Hello, I'm the Great Wizard Merlan, and our lovely DM has got a new chair. Well, I've got a new chair. I say new.
It's
old.
Fucking new. It's new to you.
Is it a good throne?
Yeah, so, he's going to use the throne because it's comfy.
Well, that makes me want a GM next.
Albeit propped up because one of the legs doesn't have a leg.
Well,
But-
it's not new. It's certified pre-owned.
Yes, it is, but I got it cheap, so can't complain.
I hope by cheap you found it.
No. How does £20 sound?
Ooh, very good.
Yeah, but it doesn't do
Little
one of the
thick
main
bottle.
things that a chair should do, which is like stay upright.
It does. As long as you don't move too much.
And prop it up with Gideon's Bible.
Anyway, we digress.
Other holy books are available.
Thank you. He actually got it for me.
So, we are continuing with our D&D 5th campaign, the Crescentia Campaign. After last week, we didn't have lovely Burke here, because it wasn't very well. But he's back, and this week we don't have a Lizzie, because she just had a very bad day, at work, so she's resting now.
Change places.
I did a poop so big I wasn't sure my bumhole was going to close down.
What's it like that South Park episode? With Brandy.
Yeah.
Was it like birthing a shit?
Like 9 Kerrex.
Oh.
That sounds like a beautiful moment.
Oh, it is.
That was afterwards.
There.
Yeah.
So, anybody else?
I don't
Recap,
know.
because
Okay. I'll recap from last week.
Yep.
So we... Hang on, let me go to the right page. It is the 1st of Norgram. Which is the 1st of November in the calendar. The castle hands summoned us to the throne room, and the lords have made a request of us to deliver to the Empress of Montai, which is another continent. They have found... hang on, wait for everyone to look at that map.
It's like, over
So
here.
it's a red silk cape embroidered with silver and gold. No, it's robes. It's red silk robes, which is made by the first archmage of Sorkath, which got lost.
Enchanted by.
Which was enchanted by the first archmage.
Yeah, the Archmage lost it because,
it was lost and it has been recently recovered, and the lords want to give it back to the rightful owner because it is attuned to the body of the line of Montai.
We're effectively going to have to go here.
It said attuned to the bloodline.
You said the body.
That's what I've got written here. So
Yes, attuned to the blood of the
bloodline of. Okay.
So it will not work for anybody else.
No. So we are going from Obsidia to Port Saltwash to the Aki Harbour in Montai. We have been given 6 rites of passage with the obsidian seal.
Oh, no, it's one rite of passage which covers all of you, the caravans and the drivers.
So
As
don't
well as the
fucking
horses.
lose it.
But I asked last week how many it was, and they said it was. I thought it was 6, 1 for each caravan.
Oh, I think it
six
covers.
of you are covered by the writ of travel, because it's a single writ that covers the travel for the 6 of you.
Okay, because we've got one. I wrote 6 rites of passage, but it's 1. One missive for the Churigan, which is a general. So I had to check what that was. We have the one Shogun. We have 1 robe for the Empress, and we have 1 emblem of Obsidia, but I will get back to that in a second. Anyway, so we're going with a caravan line, which is for ship goods, because if we were to advertise what we were going for, we would get robbed. So it's 6 caravans with 2 drivers each. We have a friend of Gartax that was coming with us, an Aslo. I am holding the rights, and once we arrive in the Aki Harbour, they will wait for us for 1 month, and we can choose to travel back with them or to barter our own voyage back.
Or not come back at all.
The Ocean Spear is the boat that we're travelling on, and it's shipping things like fur, weapons, worked obsidian trade goods. We are just going under mercenary colours. We're not wearing obsidian colours because it will stand out. The Empress is not aware of our arrival because it's a secret, and it's the Shogun.
Shogun.
Like the car.
And we have a missive with a code word in for when we meet him so he knows who we are. Then we had an elven man that looks about 80 with long silver hair, intricately tied up and scars and looks very battle-worn turn up. His name is...
Galith Redleaf.
He said we can call him Gal. And they train together and he is his old mentor. Yes. Then we got...
Because he's literally an old mentor.
We got given an emblem of Obsidia, which Zach is wearing. That when he activates it, it shows it, and we can use it for like any fairs or some other things forwarded for payment, but we don't want to overuse it or flash it about too much because it's a really important item.
So it's an all expenses credit card, but if we abuse it, we will,
lose it.
Yeah, we'll lose it.
Or just be attacked.
Yeah. The boat travel is going to take 2 months. There's 2 months there, and then a month where we are, and then 2 months back if we choose to come back. For some reason, Gartak had a cold, calculating look in his eye toward Gale, but we don't know why.
Gal.
I call him Gale.
Yes.
Bam, 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 bam. We had a library montage because people wanted books to read.
Yeah, people went about getting books to read on the boat.
Then we got to the caravan and we had an Irish halfling called Barefoot who recognised Hoff, and we had a very long conversation with him. He is incredibly sarcastic. He's very funny.
I used to work with him.
Yeah, that's what you said as
Oi,
you were here.
many an adventure we've had together.
Yeah,
Oi.
yeah, we had that.
I think you still owe me some money.
A variety of people made friends with horses. Somehow I didn't really get on with the horse.
I mean, I may owe you money, but you owe me drinks.
We had 3.5.
I say we're even.
Let's dice for it.
We said we did 3.5 days to get from where we were to Port Saltwash. After about half a day, as we were travelling, we got attacked by dwarfs on the road. And they tried to challenge us to pay 100 gold to pass, and Cass kicked off the encounter.
And then you kicked their asses, I'm guessing.
Yeah. I mean, they kind of kicked our
end,
asses for a long, long time.
But then we started gaining ground and they started dropping like flies.
Yeah, it actually did get pretty fucking close at points to people being...
Yeah, put it this way. That's how many hit points I was left on at the end of the session.
Ooh.
So the last we left the encounter is we murdered all of them. We stopped to rest. We buried all the bodies so that we didn't leave bodies lying on the road.
Yeah.
No witnesses.
So
that was the last I remember.
So you didn't bury them upside down and piss on them?
The only person who actually rested was Cassandra. No one else had actually rested.
Yeah.
You weren't properly in the fight, but that's because I find it very difficult to run a character while trying to...
Wait, did I miss anything for my recap? I think I recapped everything.
No, I'm pretty sure
that's pretty much it, yeah. So because you guys didn't waste too much time, really.
Okay.
Apart from the fight, that took a while.
But yeah, you're a few hours of travel. It's only about sort of 3 o'clock in the afternoon-ish at the moment. You've had the fight. People have dug up a hole and then stuck bodies in and looted, as well as going around and doing a few other bits and helping with a few other bits. Cassandra rested. And so if you guys... It depends on what you guys want to do. Are you going to try and make camp here, or are you going to keep moving?
Are you still hurt?
Yes.
Do you want a healing potion?
I'll take a look at them.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say, I want to keep the healing potions for emergencies, so I've got one as well.
What can you do?
I've had a few tricks since we last met.
Because we could do some
Nothing useful.
and you can take a short rest on the caravan while we keep travelling.
No, I can do a cure light wounds on him.
So we'll do that, and then depending on how much I get from that, I might take a short rest as well.
Okay.
What's cure light? How many dice of cure light wounds?
Cure light wound is...
Oh, do you have your handy dandy spell cards?
I do, but that one is in the other fucking one. Although I've got Bard one, so I'm pretty sure Cure Light Wounds is in there. Fuck it. I'll use Bard. It's a handy catch-all for bloody everything.
Also, if you spot Hunter's Mark, Alarm and Primeval Awareness, I'll have them as well.
I've got them here. It's mainly so that I've got them in case I need a quick reference and anything else. Cure Wounds, so D8 plus casting ability.
Cure Wounds, yes.
So, what's your ability modifier?
Ability modifier is spell attack bonus. No.
Your ability modifier for your casting. So you should have a
wisdom from looks of things.
Wisdom modifier.
Yes. So it is 1.
Okay, so it's a D8 plus 1 for you.
9.
Ooh!
Ooh,
Nice.
nice. Okay.
So that's, I mean, no, a bit over half.
Just some Reiki on you.
Yeah, it's like,
Align his chakra.
what is
Oh,
this?
oh, criminy, that is pretty useful. Why didn't you do that back then? Would have been handy.
Well, I'm making efforts. I am always trying to improve myself.
I'm improving. I'm not drinking.
Now I feel, excuse me, while I rest on the caravan run.
So
Have some disease.
should we keep travelling?
Hmm.
Okay. We'll keep travelling while he rests on the caravan.
Okay.
So short rests is like you use like one of your d8s.
So when you short rest,
Mm.
you can choose to use any number of hit dice you have to roll to get back hit points. However, when you long rest, you only get back half your hit dice.
Oh, that's fine.
So roll a hit dice
up
and
to
half.
half your hit dice. So I mean, if you've got, for example, 10 hit dice, you use all 10. When you rest, you only get 5. But if you use 3 and you've still got 7, you still get 5 back when you rest. So the next time you rest, you'd have your long rest. You then have all your hit dice back.
Yeah, I will use one of my d8s,
Okay.
and there's a 5.
I'm going to
So
use.
is there any pluses on that, or is it just the dice roll?
No, it's just the dice rolls for your hit dice.
Oh, is it half the dice roll or the whole?
No, it's full dice roll.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to use 2 of my hit die. That's 16 back.
Okay.
There you go. That's fine. That's most of my health up.
Yeah, I think by the next day I'll have my spell back, so we'll have another D8 for someone.
Yeah, so it's still only been a short rest. So you guys have been travelling a bit longer. What time are you planning to stop for the evening?
Just before whatever daybreak is,
Okay.
like dawn.
Dark, even just for dark.
Dash, yeah.
Yeah.
I said daybreak. Crikey.
Dusk.
You go all night.
Oh yeah,
Um,
just stop just for dusk, so we've got time to establish a camp.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go probably to about 6, half 6, and everyone gets down, starts setting up camp. You get all the bits together, have your evening meal and such. At which point, people start getting their heads down early enough. Make sure you're rested and whatnot, as well as having watches and things to set up. So.
Wake me when it's my turn.
Do you want to cook?
Cooking! Yes, I almost forgot. A nice hearty meal will help everybody out.
Sounds like a mighty fun idea.
Yeah, nice hearty meal around it.
Oh, I was not supposed to make it with Cappy?
No, standard Merlan behaviour.
So,
Yeah.
can I prepare's meal?
You can. Are you preparing with stuff you currently got on you, or are you going to be gathering stuff?
I'm gonna have to, potentially gonna have to gather things because obviously at the moment we've mainly got like rations and stuff.
Okay.
So just a standard survival for gathering roll, I'm going to assume.
Yes.
To start with.
Are you just gathering plant type things, or are
I
you going to
can-
try? And
Oh no, wait, yes, you can do the plant
I
things.
can gather some stuff. Are we still in woodland?
Yeah, you're currently sort of on just off the edge of the road.
Yay,
but it
advantage!
is
Advantage!
In
forest areas.
that case, I'm going to go hunt.
Okay.
Going to go find something to hunt.
So that's 14
On
nature.
your nature, yeah. So you find plenty of edibles,
Find-
bits and pieces.
Find some edible roots and things.
Yeah, you find some
these
mushrooms.
These will boil up good.
A couple of the odd sort of nice-ish herbs, nothing expensive, but just something to give you a nice bit of taste. Can you roll me a investigate?
Oh no. Not investigate.
Ooh.
19.
19. Okay. So as you're investigating, you find a couple of fresh rabbit dens. No one. Of course, no one's in them. Nothing in the rabbit dens. Empty. You know, there's some sort of fresh-ish tracks and things around. At which point, can you roll me a survival? See if you can track the rabbit.
No. Yeah, I'm trained in this shit. This is when I roll bad.
Yeah,
there we go.
9. What did you roll?
4.
So not wang enough. No, not number wang.
No,
We use that in
Number wang is
Yes, it was like,
20,
aha!
wang is 1.
Rabbits!
We use it last week
So-
when I was getting which around it is.
As you're looking around the forest, tracking some of the tracks and things, you're not actually being as quiet as you'd like to be, and sort of trying to find some of the tracks.
He's skipping through the woods.
I found a rabbit!
Unfortunately, you're not really being quiet enough, and you, after a little while, you sort of think, might have scared them away if they were around. You do find a rat, though.
What
Does
spirits has he been seeking? Damn it, that went wrong.
Does the rat... is the rat actually alive, or is it already dead?
It's alive.
Go make friends with it.
Mm.
Stroke it. Kiss it.
And then betray it.
Funny you should mention betraying animal.
Well,
Francois.
funny that. I've got my darts.
Okay.
Good, better for smaller game.
War darts.
Well, you know,
Those would be terrible for small game in reality.
it's the best thing I've got. It's either that, I don't think a fist is any better.
Lawn dart. If you can punch a rabbit, you're stealthy.
Runs up, punches a rat.
Yeah, because especially even though I can move,
Wait.
relatively fast.
Merlan,
Yes.
thank the person who subscribed to your Twitch Prime.
Ah, did you do? Thank you very much for the subscribe.
You're welcome.
Pity like.
Hey, this is $5 a pity.
Pity follow.
I mean, it's not wrong.
But still, he had to thank them. If we give you money, you must thank us.
Okay, for the subscribe, I'm going to punch the rat. How about that?
Okay.
Yay!
Rather than throw a dart.
Okay.
It's not a
I
funny
do
name,
come.
Francois.
Okay, roll me a stealth
Yeah.
as you're moving up.
See, I'm doing this for you. I have a 1 to add to this roll. Oh, not bad.
You lie.
16.
Okay, so the rat doesn't immediately flee as fast as its little legs will take it. Roll to attack. You don't get disadvantage because it's not running away from you.
Yay! 11.
11 will hit a rat.
Yay!
Break its back. Come on, break its back with your fist.
This is when the
the
D4 go. 5 damage.
You crush it.
It's like, huh!
I'm rolling my back, Batman.
Little bit of the guts come out the side because of how hard you punched it.
It's like,
It is only a normal rat.
Great. Pick the bones. It will shatter.
a normal rat. It's like, well,
Great.
it's better than nothing. At least
Tickly
it's
rat.
some meat.
Tickly rats.
It's true, it could be
So
nice, don't know.
so I'm gonna do my best. So basically, carefully scoop it up so I don't spill any.
Yep.
And then carry it back to camp.
Oh, he's ruined the pelt on it.
Okay.
Oh no! Yeah, it's like, well, at least I know how to skin it. Just basically rip the thing off.
Okay. While you're
It makes it look so easy.
Yeah.
so while you're doing that, is anyone else doing anything in particular?
Well, I'm
Snoozing.
looking around for herbs.
Snoozing? Okay.
I'm looking around for edibles. So.
Yeah, so you're
This is when you get the best herbs imaginable. And I'm like, I got a rat.
I pull up some root. I pull up some
So
wild
at
some
this
root vegetables.
at this point, Cassandra's just eaten some rations out of her bag and has just gotten her head down because she was pretty wrecked after the fight. So
Yeah, she was.
she's already
Okay.
just
Everyone's
Go on.
off, so I'm keeping an eye on the camp.
Oh, and I've left my dog at the camp.
Yeah, I'm a chill with Daffodil.
yeah. So Daffodil's there quite happily, just sort of next to the fire that they're sort of putting up and getting sorted, and just quite happily.
Huge slobbery daffodil.
Yeah.
Aww.
Newfoundlands are dribbly dogs.
It's great.
Cute.
There's a couple over here.
Are there?
Yeah, there's a couple with Newfoundlands over here. So you can't miss them. They're bigger than the owners.
That's true.
Oh, big.
So after half an hour, 3/4 of an hour or so, you're already back at this point. It didn't take long
Yeah,
to find a few bits and pieces.
I'm just washing off any of the things I've pulled out the ground and chopping up
Yeah.
leaves and
And you come back with your bounty.
Bounty.
And rat.
Yes, a rat.
A squished rat.
Mm.
Oh, well, vegetable stew it is.
So, it wasn't. Not very easy pickings around here.
Well, if there's anything left, just see if you can get a scrap of meat out of it. We'll throw it in the pot.
For reference, the size of the main body of the rat is actually about the size of a mug. It's a big rat.
Did you step on it?
No, I punched it.
Why?
It's like, well, I was afraid a dart might have ruined it even more.
Hang on. I pull out a hunting book, but there's nothing in this book that says you're meant to fist a rat.
No, ideally...
Phrasing!
She said, ideally I would have needed different equipment, which I don't quite have.
Even without having to roll, you know that the dart probably would have been a better way to kill the rat than punching it.
But still, it's fine. It's not going to go. It's not going to go to waste. I will start preparing.
Maybe I should get a blowgun.
Actually, that would be a brilliant idea.
So Bertha sort of wanders over from the caravan after he's tacked a few things down. What's that sorry piece of meat?
What I was able to find.
It's disgusting.
So, well, it's better than no meat.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure eating bloody bandages would be tastier than that.
Trust me, still can make it sound good.
Don't worry about it. I've rustled up a few things from the woods. We'll put it in the pot. It'll you won't even notice it.
I mean, we do have a few extra ration packs and some seasonings if you'd like a little bit of extra. We kind of planned for this. No one asked.
We always try to be self-sufficient.
That's fair enough, I guess. But I mean, we are packed specifically for you too.
It's like, well, actually, I wouldn't. Some of those seasonings wouldn't go amiss if you don't mind.
Why? It's kind of what they're there for. Give me a second. I'll just go and grab them.
Oh, thank you.
And he pops around. He pops around the side of the cart, pulls up one of the sort of side compartments, and pulls out a thing of seasonings and a couple of extra bits of rations and things. Might help supplement what you've got there.
My God,
definitely.
He has cumin.
No, all I've got is casting
Cumin!
rats in the
Do you want some
wild.
cumin? Cumin!
Do you?
Do you have some of that sage as well?
Our conjective scene.
Sage, coming. What else could we butcher?
I don't know. You're fisting rats, so I think you butchered that.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's X-rated adventuring it is now.
Okay, cook our damn dinner.
Okay.
Well, he's hungry.
Here we go.
So yeah, roll me your cookery.
I'm going to be using my artisans, artisans cook's tools.
I will base this one off of intelligence.
Oh God.
Intelligence?
Yep, I'll have this one based off intelligence because it's making sure you don't do anything stupid.
But it's normally based on wisdom.
Come on, Gordon Ramsay.
Can I have a few prawn flavoured?
That means it's two less.
Well,
Thank you.
This time you're using a couple of different ingredients and not exactly the best stuff, so you need to make sure that
Flavoured
you
rice shells.
don't do anything wrong.
Gordon Ramsay.
Come
Or at
on.
least Jamie Oliver it. Just don't chef.
Oh, you bastard!
Boy, I did it, didn't he?
Well, still, that's a 12.
Well, yeah, it's absolutely fine. There's nothing particularly wrong
Yeah,
with it.
he's not Bear Grylls
It's
yet.
it's above normal.
I'm going to suck
No,
my
it's
meal out
probably
this
about
rat's ass.
Okay.
It's nothing spectacular. It's functional. It'll do the job. You haven't cooked all the flavour out of all the stuff.
Oh crap!
So-
It's Little Chef.
I like Little Chef. But yeah, it's a functional meal. It tastes fine. There's no issues with it.
And then
It's not the worst thing any of you have had.
then set watches and to bed.
Okay, so
I will cast alarm at a point at what I think is a sort of a likely approach. An approach that's difficult for us to see to our camp. I will cast
Okay.
alarm.
So you set an alarm against unwanted intrusion. Choose a door, a window, or an area within range that's no larger than a 20-foot cube.
Yes.
Until the spell ends, an alarm alerts whenever you or a tiny or large creature touches or enters the warded area. So, You can designate creatures that won't set off the alarm. You can also choose whether the alarm is mental or audible. So an audible one is the sound of a handbell for 10 seconds within 60 feet. Or a mental alarm alerts you with a ping in your mind if you're within a mile of the warded area.
my spidey sense!
And auto awakens you when you're asleep.
Yeah, we'll have a bell going.
So a 10-second bell.
So yeah, I'm just going to choose one of the approaches.
Oh crap! It's racism bell.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you going to choose the approach?
The approach that will be most that's most covered and most difficult to observe.
Okay. So
the blind spot, I see.
the side
Yeah,
that's
basically,
nearest the road is relatively open. It had to be to get the caravans
Yeah.
in, which is how they kind of pick the
Yeah.
spot you're in.
Just one of the approaches in the woods in case someone tries to flank us.
Directly the other side of where the road is
Yes.
is probably the most thick.
Yeah, I'll cast it there.
But that's fine. And what is your watch order going to be?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll go second.
May as well volunteer.
I'll go after that.
I can't volunteer for watch. I need 8 hours of rest to recover my spells.
Okay.
That's fine.
I'm sorry.
That's fine.
No, that's all right. Yes. Well, is there like caravan guards or anything like that?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, we are the caravan guards.
Okay. So no other random spots.
Well, can't we
just us.
can't we get Cassandra to do it?
Cassandra appears severely injured. It looks like she's going to need her night's sleep to be
Okay.
functional.
Oh, one of us can pull an extra watch then.
Yeah, that's fine. So, well, we've got plenty of stew left, so that should keep us busy.
I'll say
It's not bad.
Bit chewy.
A little bit.
I'm happy enough to reason out that you will all get enough sleep for the night, but it's just more sort of the order and who's taking shifts and things. That's fine. So you're taking a shift, then you're taking a shift, then you're taking a shift.
But effectively just add an extra hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, each basically.
So everyone eats. Everyone starts getting their heads down pretty quick. Make sure you get plenty of rest. Make sure you're not, having to get up early without enough sleep. And roll me a perception, please.
Ooh, perception. There you are. Natural 20.
What the
Which is
fuck?
That's number
23.
Number wang.
Okay.
And before anything happens, because we're resting,
I'm making everyone aware of where I put my alarm.
Yep, that's fine.
do we gain? Or actually, is this still during the night? I'm assuming.
Still during the night.
Yeah. Okay. So no, nothing has happened. That's fine.
No, you haven't got any of your hit points back or hit dice back from rest.
Not gonna get caught out by no fox this time.
Okay.
Next time, Mr. Fox.
So everyone has gotten their heads down. Everyone's asleep. The caravan drivers are, bedded up and everything. And you're sort of sat doing whatever you're doing, and you hear this slight rustling above you.
Buff.
Yeah.
Basil Brush is attacking you from above now.
And you look up, and you notice a little bit of movement. And you see what looks like a couple of legs poke out of some of the slightly higher branches on the trees.
Oh no. Legs.
Roll me a nature check.
Oh shit.
It's 12.
Non-natural 20.
Wow, 19.
They are definitely spiders.
Yeah.
And they are definitely quite big.
Oh, that sucks.
Uh-oh.
For him.
Oh
Take
shit.
notes.
So
It looks the legs that you can see do look like they're sort of poking out and starting to come
No one
out
noticed
of
all
the
the
top of
cobwebs
the tree to
everywhere
come down.
before we camped
And you
here.
can see another rustling, and with your perception, you reckon there's 2 of them.
oh shit.
Cook them and eat them.
No, that's even worse than rat.
I actually think spiders are meant to be really nutritious.
There's people they eat tarantulas in
Yeah, that's
Southeast Asia.
stuff, yeah.
Okay, so one is above me. Did you say?
Not directly, but
More or less.
yeah, it's close to being directly above you. It looks like it's probably going to start heading down.
And the other one,
Towards
can I see roughly where it looks like it's going to come out?
Slightly above where one of the caravans is. which is slightly nearer to where a couple of the caravan drivers will be in one of their tents next to the caravan.
Can I do this without waking anyone up, or should I wake people up? Fuck it. I'm gonna try and do it without waking anyone.
Right.
This is probably not going to go well.
You're going to try and be a hero.
Yes, I am.
Okay, so roll me initiative.
Fuck.
fuck's sake.
Here it goes.
Witnessed. That is number one.
No,
that is wang. That is
no, I don't.
It's
I don't
not quite-
believe it.
It's not quite Wanganum.
But
He
He got number one.
wang.
Oh right.
that means he definitely got Wanganum.
Yeah, so it's like, yes, I will act quickly
one
and
off
stealthily,
my
and where have they gone?
Oh no, you can still see them. You're just not acting as quick as they are.
Oh yeah, no, I'm acting very slowly compared to they are.
Why did I close?
I say in my
fucking
sleep.
need that?
But yeah, 3 just in case.
They are
whisper from
going
the trees.
At least for Windows.
So I had a natural 20 for their initiative. So they're going first. So they're being fairly cautious, and they don't look like they've noticed, so to speak. And the one that's near enough to being above you starts to come down on one of its webs. You know, coming out the back of its abdomen as it.
Of its web hole.
Yep, out of its web hole. When it starts to move down, looks like it moves probably a good 40-50 feet to get down to you guys. The other one very much does the same towards where the caravan is, and it just sits on top of the caravan.
It's just been shrunk.
And it's starting to. It looks like it's going to start crawling towards where the.
Honey, I shrunk the monk.
Where their tent is. At which point it is going to be your go because they can't do much more.
No, okay, so the one that's on the caravan is obviously moving towards one of the tents. The one that was sort of above me, is it still on the way down, or has that hit the floor? Sorry.
It's pretty much hit the floor, and it's more or less right next to you.
Okay.
It looks like it's going for you as a fairly obvious target.
You use a double open-handed strike to poke all 8 of its eyes out.
Well, just because
Fuck, that's fire in particular.
yeah. So I'm going to reach for my hand axe.
Okay.
And chop that one right next to me.
Okay. Roll for that.
Yeah.
Number one.
Crit.
Whoa! Number one. Witness.
Okay.
Fucking hell.
Roll
What
damage
the
twice.
fuck?
Add your strength modifier.
What the fuck?
Number one.
14 points of damage.
Okay. So as it comes down, you hit it
That's all his luck.
roughly in where you think probably the brain cavity is on it, and as you hit it, its legs sort of spasm, and then it sort of crawls up and curls over as you pull your axe out.
You've hit it where its thinky gland is.
Yeah, and its legs curl off, and it just sort of dies.
So you did.
Was that your axe you used?
Yeah, my hand axe.
He axed it a question.
Okay.
So you rolled 12 so you rolled 12. So that would be double 24. So.
Well, no, that is the double.
Oh right.
Yeah, so two sets of d6, and then one bonus.
I think you rolled 1 and double it.
You can either double it or roll the dice twice.
Okay.
With him, it's probably best to roll twice.
I'm happy for people to do either, but as long as it basically is the same sort of theory, either double the damage on one dice or double the number of dice you roll.
Because obviously
I'm very pro-choice.
because it specifies, that obviously, I have to have an attack action. Do you have a problem with me taking my move and then using my bonus action to do, an extra attack? Okay,
You
so
can
I'm gonna
break your move up.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I was just making sure. See, being considerate. So I can move 40 feet. So I'm going to assume that's enough to move up to the other one, towards where the other one.
It is. Now the problem is it's still on top of the caravan and hasn't moved down yet. So it's actually still sat on top of the caravan, and it looks like it was going to go for where the tent is. Its attention has shifted to you. However, it's on top of the caravan, just out of your reach.
It's like
Running
blasted.
jump.
He's like, how far would I have had to move to have gotten there?
Where it is, it was about 20 feet from specifically where you were. So you've got another 20 foot of movement?
Yeah, so I could. I suppose I could. Like climb up or jump up.
Climb up.
Yeah, fuck it, we'll do that.
Okay, so what I'm going to say is, based on the fact that you'd have to climb up to get onto it, which is fine, that is going to take the rest of your actions and stuff up to actually get on. So are you climbing on top of, or are you climbing up like the side enough to be able to physically reach it?
I think you'll probably be better off if I climb on top of, because that way it keeps it away from people, because it's going to have my attention. So
okay, that's fine. So you climb up and you're stood next to it. At which point it is going to,
it's going to bite me. Ah, alas, my only weakness.
Yeah, it is going to go for you.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry, they're not venomous. They just have big.
Yeah, they're not venomous. Poison attack.
Does a 21 hit you?
Yes.
Okay, so it lunges forward and bites you on the leg.
Just out of curiosity, would your mage armor would your mage armor still be running at
Let's
this
see.
point?
3 o'clock. I put it on. Lasts for 8 hours.
It is still on. Yeah.
Yes, it's still on.
Okay, so that's fine. It still hits, but it's just for note.
So that's going to do 3 points of piercing damage. And can you do me a Constitution save?
They are venomous.
Fucking hell. 21.
That's
Okay.
19.
So you take 4 points of poison damage.
Ooh. So that's on top of them.
Technically,
That's
it
on
wouldn't
top
be
of the piercing
poison, it would be venom.
That's fine. I take it you're still conscious.
Yes, I'm still conscious.
Okay. And it'll be your turn as it's there. Sort of.
Yeah, it's like... yeah, because at this point, I'm trying to keep it quiet so I don't wake anybody up. So
It does.
Yeah.
hand axe attack!
Yeah. Love it.
And we've done the polar opposite. No!
Wow. Yep, that is
So,
Wanganum.
natural 1.
Wanganum.
How
okay.
are we getting to such extremes?
So you miss. In fact, everyone roll me a perception check. There's a loud thud as you hit the side of the caravan.
Is it with minuses because we're asleep?
Is it our passive?
That's
Passive perception.
Yeah, we've
Yeah,
got
is that
passive.
passive?
Yeah, that,
no, because this is loud enough that you get an active perception. But I am going to have a quick look because that is a good point. Sleeping. I think.
Stun, unconscious.
Okay.
Unless it's
Roll
disadvantage?
perception at disadvantage.
Yeah, I don't know. You were going to say it.
So
anyway.
roll twice and pick the lowest.
Yeah, basically.
Oh.
So it's that one.
Yeah.
That's not bad. Hang on. Perception goes off. Wisdom. You know, is it wisdom?
It is.
Yes.
10.
Okay.
8.
3. I'm asleep.
Okay. You're asleep.
Yay.
You're asleep. You wake up because you hear a loud thudding sound.
That's not bells.
Danger.
Rest of your turn.
Sleep.
Danger will ransom.
right.
Danger.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bonus
my
action.
alarm hasn't gone off.
Kick it.
Because they weren't in the area where my
I hope I
eyes-
can.
Roll to kick spider.
They've come from above.
8. It's not going to do it.
It is not.
You bastards.
It's like... Fucking
Yeah. Anything else, or was that everything?
nope, that is everything, because I'm going to try and keep the focus on me, so I'm not going to move.
So once again, it is going to
Oh,
try
yeah,
and bite you.
I've got dark vision.
Does 11 hit you?
Lovely.
No.
Okay.
Ah!
Comes in, tries to
Shut
bite,
down all
and
that
you
dark
avoid.
It's like, yeah, stupid spider.
At which point... yeah, it's your turn.
Right,
Still
come on.
Perceiving you as a threat since it hasn't been hit by you.
Right, use this one this time. Hand axe attack. Go. Crit.
Witnessed. Another wang.
Yeah, no,
What the hell?
We realised we're going to get no luck
roll
this
damage.
session.
Yeah.
Either
Luck vampire.
double one dice or roll one dice twice and then add your strength.
Well, considering what happened last time, then I'm going to roll, roll.
So, Hoff, as you're sort of...
Ah.
you sort of sit up
Dummy.
and look around and you see a largish dead spider.
Still none.
Probably about the same size, if slightly bigger than you are, sort of curled up dead next to you. And you look over to him and you look over to the caravan, you can see him still on top of the caravan, fist fighting and like axing another spider.
Right.
What's your damage?
9.
9? Okay.
Yeah. So at this point, you probably just see me embed the hatchet straight in.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to grab my crossbow, which is obviously within arm's reach.
Oh yeah. Nice.
And put a bolt in it.
Are you doing anything else for your turn?
Yeah. But no. Bonus action. Kick it.
I have a lever action underneath it, like my old air rifles.
Ooh. 23.
To give me the mechanical assist.
What damage?
Because
Come on.
Oh, you're not that little.
3
Don't be
damage.
so
Okay, yeah. So with that one, so you hit it
But I
in
am,
the side of
everybody else is
its
big.
fairly large abdomen with the axe with a bit of a squelch, and then as you do that, you put your foot up,
kick it in the thorax.
belt it in the face. The axe pulls out, and it sort of curls up as it falls off the edge of the caravan bed.
It's like,
Thorax is that's his main body part, I think. I can't remember. I can't remember my insect and arachnid anatomy.
Okay.
yeah. So I'm going to be on the alert, but at the moment, I'm just like, I'm going to look around to see if I woke anybody up.
Yeah. You okay?
Shit. So, I think I'm good. As I climb down from the caravan.
Thorax is chest.
Oh. So.
Is the chest part.
But yeah, I climb down towards you. And just it's like,
Or the middlemost bit on other animals.
Oh, makes sense.
yeah, so, I thought I could handle them without having to wake anybody up. Sorry.
Well, let's look around and see if there's more. Well, there's 2, there may be more. Okay, I'm going to look around with my dark vision.
Okay, roll me perception. You can roll perception as well.
Ooh.
You don't have dark vision, do you?
No.
You'll have disadvantage for this.
Do I get advantage because we're in the woods?
You will, yeah.
6.
Oh,
Look how proud he looks
Wow.
of himself. Did you roll crap on both
yeah, I
of them?
rolled real crap.
Well, let's see. Those are my 2 results, 3 and a 5. You had a 3 and a 4. Oh.
3 and a 4, yeah. So which makes a 5.
Okay, so you're both looking around, and you're both fairly equivalently confident that you can't see any more. You can't see anything else. At one point, you sort of start and you realise it's the dead one he killed in the fire already.
I'm going to stay awake for maybe the next 20 minutes just in case, and then go back to sleep.
Okay, so you stay awake for
fair.
sort of 20 minutes. Are you just leaving the spiders where they fell?
Yeah. Cook them and eat 'em.
Pile them to one side.
It's like, alright, you might have to help me because it's a bit dark.
Right, yeah.
I can't see so well in the dark.
Okay, I'll drag to the side of the camp. Maybe sort of, I don't know, hit it with a stick again just to be sure.
That's fine. So it doesn't really react other than obviously like moving as it's physically hit. But they're both dead. The telltale signs of typical spider where its legs are properly curled up into themselves.
Yeah, so who's afraid of spiders? Put one in their bunk.
Cassus is massively fucking afraid of spiders.
At the end, the one who just fucking spiders.
Hey.
Thanks for bastards.
This is a fantasy setting. In a fantasy setting, it's fine. I can deal with spiders. In real life setting, no, no, I can't deal with spiders either.
But yeah, so you shove the spiders across just outside the edge of where
It's
the main
easy to deal with
camp
spiders.
is.
Lachunga!
Giant
Sleeper. So yeah, about 20 minutes goes past. Nothing else happens. You can't hear any rustling. You can't hear any other than sort of a little bit of wind.
Other people sleeping. It's like danger. Oh no.
Yeah, sort of the sounds of people breathing. A couple of snores. A couple of lighter breathing in some cases.
Carry on.
I'm sorry. Mute. Where was I going with that? Mute
Nude.
music.
I mean, technically, there's nothing saying we can't use unlicensed music for
That is true.
Still, so yeah. But yeah, the 20 minutes goes past. Did you get your head back down?
Yeah, I'm going to unload my crossbow and go back to sleep.
Sure. So the rest of your watch actually passes largely without incident. I mean, after it went sort of quiet, you think that's when the spiders decided that was probably a good time for them to come in because everything had gone quiet. All the moving things had stopped moving. Guard was down.
While I'm sort of watching, I'm going to basically find a rag so I can at least patch up my bite a little bit.
If you failed with all your spotting rolls, we would have all woken up hanging upside down, cocooned in silk, and I would look at you and look at you, going, "Good job, dickhead."
Oh yeah, because my face is covered. It's like,
I still see nothing.
Good job, dickhead.
One fucking job.
You didn't see the fox and you didn't see the spiders.
Okay.
I was determined to prove a point this time.
So, after a little while, Carson wakes you up.
1 second. Mike, if you ever dab in the chat again, I'm coming to Stoke and gonna cut you.
What's to do with the chat?
Don't know.
Oh, dabbing. Yeah.
Oh.
Crew even.
Really? What is dabbing? What is this, like
Mike,
2016?
Huh?
Is it a Mike we know?
No.
Alright, Mike you know then.
Yeah.
That's why.
Hi, Alice.
Hello, newcomers!
Hello.
All I heard was angry, don't dab in chat.
Yeah.
Okay, Liam, you just won't
Yeah,
dab.
for a second I was just like, you just being aggressive at random people.
No.
Oh, that's right then.
Okay.
But yeah, so to wake you up. It's like, your turn.
What is it?
Yeah, your turn, bud.
Okay.
By the way, if you see any dead spiders, don't worry about it.
Hopefully they haven't lost extent. That means that more live spiders are coming.
Shouldn't be. That was about, how long did you say? About an hour ago? Or maybe more?
2 or 3 at this point.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so don't worry, that was a few hours ago.
Okay.
If they were going to come, they would have come by now.
Well, if they do, I'm throwing you at them.
It's freezing to the
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yes.
I still killed them both.
So yeah, I'll load up my crossbow and head out to the watch out point, and I'll remember that, Michael.
Oh, Michael.
Oh! There is nothing worse than a full name.
No need to shout, Michael.
But yeah, so you take over, you sort of look over to where he mentioned the spiders were. There's a couple of fairly big dead spiders.
Well,
Size,
shit.
roughly the same size, if not a little bigger than Hoff is. So they're reasonably sized, nothing colossal, but
I love that we judge our enemies by sizing them against you.
Well, yeah.
It's a pretty good system.
in this instance it is quite a good one.
It's like if we had like a really big member of the group, like a half-orc, and we'd scale things against that as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's that big, it's bigger than the half-orc.
You always scale against extremes.
I like
pretty
it.
much. It's just the easiest way to do it, really. So you get yourself sat up and comfortable, keep an eye out.
Yep.
Your sort of few hours on watch goes by fairly peacefully, actually. You're keeping an eye out. It's not too much going on. So it's quite a peaceful night. It's a little bit on the chilly side, given time of year. That's to be expected.
Yep.
But all things considered, keep yourself wrapped up. It's alright, actually. It's fairly brisk.
Hold X to continue watch.
Your few hours go by, and roughly about the time that you think it's time, you wake up. Hoff.
Off.
No.
Your turn, buddy.
Okay. Right, load up the crossbow.
Okay, so you get your head down, get yourself back off sleep to get the rest of your night's sleep. So again, you sort of manage to sit, keep an eye out. Things are relatively quiet. Dawn starts to head round. Hear a few of the birds starting to chirp a little bit. A little bit of bird singing, bird song. You see the snuffling of a couple of creatures as a rabbit sort of curiously sniffing around near the edge of the camp.
Look at the fire. The rabbit. The fire. The rabbit.
Okay, roll attack.
Oh wait, no, I get plus. I forgot I got my
You do
pluses.
still get pluses, and you are proficient with your weapon.
Yes, so that will be 14.
Yeah, hits.
Nice.
Roll down.
No,
again.
there is not going to be another Francois.
Okay.
5.
Yeah, it's enough to kill it. It's only a rabbit.
Right, I'm going to collect that and my bolt. I'm going to feed the fire up again, skin the rabbit, and
the bolt's not broken.
Stoke up fire, skin rabbit, put rabbit on stick, begin cooking.
Yeah, that's fine. So your morning goes by, as you're waiting for dawn to properly break. You're cooking happily cooking your rabbit. You take your time, make sure.
Slowly cook it so when people wake up, there'll be some fresh rabbit.
If you want to roll your survival, just roll it at advantage as well because you've got plenty of time and you're taking your time.
So Lucy, he's trained in survival.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
That's still a 13.
Yeah, you don't burn it. It's not perfect, but it's not. There's nothing wrong.
I'm maybe a ranger, but I'm not that kind of ranger. I'm more just a sort of a marksman.
Okay, but for our non-streamed campaign on Thursday, you are far better trained, than my wizard.
Well, I get advantage in woodlands.
He got a rabbit. He rolled a 3 on his survival, so he's got a stick, shoved it up its butt, and then
without doing anything.
Cooked it on the fire while leaving all of its fur on.
And all its guts in.
Yeah.
That's bad.
So I can survive.
You're going to be real sick.
But it's not just that; it's just the whole thing caught on fire.
It's like, have you ever seen the YouTube channel Food for Louie?
No.
But yeah. So
he tries eating a rabbit and a roadkill rabbit.
Oh.
And he's trying to rip its fur off, and he's so it's really tough.
So
lovely.
Dawn properly starts to break.
Yay!
And people start waking up.
So it is
everyone's got all their hit points back, all your spells, all of your abilities is back. You get back half rounded up of your hit dice used.
I didn't use any.
If you didn't use any, you don't get any hit dice because you didn't need to use any.
So I get my key back.
So since you are level 3 at the moment, if you use 2 hit dice, you are now on full. If you use all 3 hit dice, you now have 2 hit dice.
Because, favour of the player.
Not you.
But yeah,
I am still a player.
Yeah, but at this point, everyone starts to wake up.
Put your hands in the air if you're a real player. Hands down, you.
I'm a role player.
Okay, now I'm role playing. Yeah, I've got my hands up. I'm just a rebel.
No.
Someone hit him.
I can hit myself.
I'll not hit a man in his own home.
Okay.
Anyway.
So wake up.
Makare, you had a slightly troubled sleep.
Oh no.
Not again.
You're sort of half remembering but half not remembering a dream. It's one of those ones where it's almost like you're trying to grasp at it, but you can't quite pull back the memory of what you dreamed about. The sleep itself was uninterrupted and you got everything back, but again, it just sort of woke up with that. I feel like I can't remember something.
Okay. Oh, my nose.
Yes.
You know what that feeling is? Foreboding.
Foreboding? Not foreboding.
I was going to say foreshadowing, actually.
No, well, no, it's the feeling of foreboding.
But the foreshadowing is giving you a sense of foreboding.
Oh.
Foreboding, foreshadowing? For fuck's sakes.
Okay, so we wake up, we get ready. Let us go.
So, I suppose we better pack up then.
Yeah, so smother fire, kick ashes around.
What's that new smell?
You want
What
some?
did you do with the
Caught a
looting
rabbit.
from
Oh, nice.
Small back leg.
the previous time?
So we had
Wow,
100
yeah, so-
gold,
thank
2
you.
healing potions, then we found another 150, so it's 250, and then we have an axe.
Okay, so
I don't know if anyone wanted the axe.
What sort of axe was it?
I don't know.
Hand axe.
Standard hand axe.
No, it looks nicer than a standard hand axe. But no one's really looked at it yet.
Looks like it'd be really good for killing
basically,
spiders.
I have all the loots in a bag until someone tells me they want it, so...
It's like, that hand axe looks kind of fancy.
And good for killing the spiders, I guess.
It looks shinier. Is there a way to appraise the weapon?
Roll me an investigate. In this regard.
Ooh, investigate. My best skill. Oh, it's not bad. 14.
It's good craftsmanship. I mean, you especially having been in a trader's family, you've seen a few different craftsmanships before. This one's definitely dwarven in its craftsmanship. But
Symmetrical, yes.
There's asymmetrical in this case.
Okay.
Because I say it's only a one blade, not a double-headed axe.
Double-headed axes are actually for combat very, very rare.
How's weight balance?
Excellent. It's excellently weighted. There's something else that you can't quite work out about it though. Something you haven't really come across much of, or at least you don't think your dad ever trusted you possibly with anything slightly more than nice.
Anyone good at appraising weapons?
No.
Because this one's nice. It's really nice, but there's something about it I can't quite put my finger on.
Insight for that, or
so in this case, I would actually want Arcana.
Nope.
No, I can try unskilled.
You can try and skill.
I can roll Arcana just as well as I do investigation.
Disadvantage.
If you're not trained in it, you have disadvantage for the roll.
19 in that case.
Okay, it is a magically enchanted one. It is a +1 magic hand axe.
Ooh, that's enchanted.
Even better for killing spiders.
Ooh, magical hand axe.
And the +1 on a weapon like this is to attack and damage.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Snacky.
Yeah.
I kind of want to say I want it, but if either of you are wanting it, then we'll have to figure out a way.
Not as much use to me.
I prefer my guns.
Akaria?
Yeah.
Are you wanting a magical hand axe?
No.
It looks like it's yours.
Guess it's yours, buddy.
Oh, well, thank you very much. And I'll still have my spare, my spare standard one.
So what is it's a hand axe?
Now, if we take the handle off, we can make 2 magic hats.
It's a magical +1
hand
axe.
So it's okay. So you have got that.
I don't really
Because
enchantments on the
Hoff
blade.
has got the tentacle rod.
He does have
Oh yeah, I forgot my tentacle rod.
We still
Tentacle
have,
rod.
So just going for our group looting.
That could have been useful last week.
Oh yeah.
We've got 2 common healing potions. So far in total, in just our group funds, we have 450 gold, but that's collective money. Is there anything else that we have collected so far? Our group stuff separately.
I don't think so. I think that was basically it at the moment.
I think Carson's collected rabies from the spider bite.
What spider?
There was a couple of spiders last night. Don't worry. I pretty much managed to deal with them when everyone was sleeping, apart from Hoff woke up.
They're about the size of the cart.
Okay.
Tentacle. I forgot the tentacle rod. Thought activated tentacle rod.
But don't worry. Don't worry. It's taken care of.
So, sorry.
You sort of look around, and in the daylight, you can actually see the 2 dead, curled-up spiders. They're roughly the size of a large dog. They're fairly big and quite disgusting. A little bit of blood has leaked out from both of them.
I said, don't worry, take care of them. As I look, it's like, they look even worse.
I collected my things and I've scurried really far away from them, like.
Now that it's daytime, you can have a proper look at them. You can see that they're giant wolf spiders. They're not particularly rare. They're fairly common actually in these parts.
Well, you actually did a pretty good
have we
job.
missed anything from our group
Yeah.
that I just listed before? So the 450 gold, 2 common healing potions, the tentacle rod, the hand axe, and the obsidian emblem.
Is this including previous fights?
Yeah, because
there was a gem of brightness that I think.
What do we do with that?
I think Cassandra has it at the moment.
Oh yeah, that would make
what
sense.
does it do?
It was also worked out that it only has 20 of its charges left. Gem of brightness. As standard, they have 50 charges, but this one only has 20. You can use an action to speak one of 3 command words to cause one of the following effects. First command word causes it to shed bright light in 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet. The effect doesn't expend charges and lasts until you use a bonus action to repeat the command word or until you use another function of the gem.
Yeah.
The second command word expends 1 charge and causes the gem to fire a brilliant beam of light at one creature you can see within 60 feet. They must succeed a DC 15 con saving throw or become blinded for 1 minute. They can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of their turns, ending the effect on a success. And the third command word expends 5 charges and causes the gem to flare with blinding light in a 30-foot cone originating from it. Each creature in the cone must make a saving throw as if struck by the previous effect. When all of the gem's charges are expended, it becomes a non-magical jewel worth 50 gold pieces.
Oh yeah, so just to clarify, so the +1 hand axe, does it give a bonus just on damage, or is it on attack rolls as well?
It's +1 to attack and damage.
That's fine.
Ooh.
So the reason why I'm asking is obviously, so for us, these are group items, but I've just got allocated who has them. So neither me or you have taken a group item yet. So when stuff comes up, it means we get first dibs over everyone else. Everyone else has taken something.
Fucking dibs!
No, it's just a way of doing it fairly.
I invoke the ancient rule of fucking dibs.
Okay.
Or there's the need before greed.
Yeah.
It depends what it is.
I think we're operating need before greed.
Okay, that's fine. That means we've got. I will keep a separate book for group. See, look, I got a separate book for when I'm writing about everybody.
You love your admin so much.
Yes, you do.
Great.
Tentacle rods.
Okay.
So,
yeah. Okay.
So kinky.
So for the purposes of sort of breakfast, there's some rations you can have. There's a few leftovers from the sort of stew type thing from the previous evening.
There's a bit of rabbit left over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there might be a bit of rabbit off shares.
Yeah, say left over. That's what.
I don't have any appetite. I just want to get away from the spiders.
But yeah, so people who eat. People who don't eat. Everyone sort of gets together, gets on the road.
On the road again.
I just can't wait to get on the road again.
I don't know, I have country roads in my head, so.
But yeah, so you go another morning's travel. Again, roads just passing by. Things are fairly nice. You see a few birds around.
Bird.
Yeah, every now and then you catch sight of a bird of prey hovering up in the sky. You know, the odd nice bit of nature here and there that you don't see every day.
Don't know why I just had this vision. It's like,
I mean, if I had a shotgun, I totally would.
Get to sort of about lunchtime. Barefoot sort of calls over. Oi, it's probably a good time to stop for lunch. Besides, we're hungry.
I reckon that's a mighty fine idea.
You could shoot a bird with your flintlock.
Yeah, I know, but
Okay.
I'd scare them too quickly and they'd get away too far.
It's actually where the word sniper comes from. A snipe is a small bird.
Ah.
So someone who could shoot a snipe would be called a sniper.
I scamper off my horse. Tie the horse to the side of the caravan because that's where they tell us to put them. Find a nice shady tree, put up my book while I wait for Carson to cook lunch.
it's like, I see. This is
Okay.
the routine now. It's like,
So there's okay, what do you think my survival skill is?
1.
-1.
-1. Now there's a 1 in it.
So that's why I'm going to reach.
Mine's +1. I'm used to being having food for me because I'm a guard.
Yeah.
But I can look after myself, just about.
Yeah, when needed. When the situation calls for it. Okay. So what are you using?
Lefty please.
Because Barefoot ended up mentioning that there was some in the caravan, I'm going to go scavenging and see what they've actually got. If there's anything other than just plain
Okay,
rations.
so you just sort of go rummaging around caravans, or do you go and speak to one of the drivers, or
Do you get permission or do you be a dick?
Is there anyone near? Who's near the caravans currently?
Barefoot's kind of sat up on the thing, just relaxing, legs crossed,
I'll be chatting. I'll be chatting to him.
arms up, chatting with Hoff.
It's like, I was going to.
I told them to leave me alone after that. Crikey.
Oh, you're going to get into trouble. You need to watch yourself.
I think I should. I don't think she was just after a good time, so to speak. I think she was after me wallet, if I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
You thought they say about big feet.
Oi! Yo! What can I do you for?
Yeah, it's like you mentioned yesterday there was some rations that was on the caravans.
Oh, yes, there's some provisions and things. Give me a second, I'll jump down. So he crosses, gets up, takes a second, jumps itself off the side, comes over to one of the compartments again, opens up. So, got a few seasonings in this one. Other one, that's right. So a few seasonings, a couple of extra bits of couple of spare potatoes and things. Process that one, opens the next one. Couple of veggies in there. There's a couple of bits of meat. No, not many. Only enough for maybe a meal or two. Like 3 if you're good at stretching food. Depends on what you're after and what you're planning on cooking. If you want to go hunting, I mean that's always good. But I'd probably suggest going more towards the evening. Yeah,
that's what I was thinking. Anyway. That's what I was seeing what we've got available.
I dare say a bit of extra meat would probably perk up the meals a little bit.
Definitely. So out of what we got, what realistically would I say I'd be able to do other than like a small stew or something?
Yeah, there's a couple of things you could do. Could sort of a couple of boiled meats. You might be able to fry one up if you were to maybe use the underside of the pan almost as a frying surface. So you might be able to do some slightly fried meats. I
mentioned potatoes. So yes, some fried meats and potatoes. Screw it. and a bit of veg. So have a little plate.
Okay. If you roll your chef's tools, this one will be on wisdom if you've got ample ingredients and good ingredients.
Nah, still better than yesterday. 16.
See, no, it's good. You cook it pretty well. You add a couple of the seasonings and flavourings. You fry some of the flavouring into the meat. It ends up being all around pretty good, actually. Sort of thing you'd expect in sort of most somewhat higher class sort of taverns and things. So you all have some of this lovely sort of fried meat and potatoes.
That's good.
A couple of extra veg on the side.
Oh yeah. No, so I'm going to call. I was like, right, time for lunch. And more than likely you'll have your nose stuck in your book. So I'm going to make a plate up and come to bring some towards you.
Are you just cooking for the group, or are you cooking for everyone, including the caravan drivers and things?
No, I'll cook for everyone if I can.
Yeah, there's enough sort of for everyone. It looks like the rations are designed to feed the 6 guards and the all the drivers and things.
Yeah. So anyone that hasn't more immediately come over, then I'll make sure to take some to them, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, Barefoot comes over with Hoff towards when the food's sort of about ready. Sits down with you. Okay, this is pretty good actually. Where'd you learn to cook?
Yeah, it's like taught myself actually.
Get out of town.
Yeah, it's like when I used to be with my trading caravan, I decided to take up hunting as a bit of a pastime, and ended up cooking for myself mostly, and found I had a bit of a knack for it.
Trading caravan last time to learn to cook. Who are you trading with?
My family, the Reinhardts.
The Reinhardts. Oh, I've heard of them. They're known pretty well over. They've usually got some good goods around them.
Has a big lineage.
Unfortunately, Lord Borgin with them.
Yes. Oh, don't get me wrong. My dad in particular, he ended up was being the trader, but doesn't seem to run in my blood.
Well, yeah, I guess I'll explain why you're here then. I always thought they kept their own in the family and stuff.
Yeah, that they did. My 2 other brothers, they're definitely the prodigal sons. But I just never got on with trading.
Well, I mean, if you don't think this adventure in life's a very good thing for you, you can always try selling your food. Probably make a bit of coin out of it.
Yeah, well, maybe one day when I settle down.
Why, enough bad.
But at the moment, I want to see the world, see where it takes me.
Alright, well, you're still young.
Yeah, it's like, well, ish.
So sort of looks you up and down, like, still young. So you eat. It's good actually. The way he's fried the flavourings in, it's fairly fantastic actually. Definitely better than you get on the road most of the time.
Yeah.
Still not as good as that stew that we had that first night.
You're not sure you're going to top that anytime soon.
No.
You're still doing fairly well at this cooking, Lark.
Yeah, I was like, well, at least new flavours, new things to learn. I'm sure I can only get better.
Gareth sort of sat near the one of the caravans. You have certainly improved your cooking.
Yeah, I was like, thank you. I've been sure to dedicate as much time as I can, realistically, of course.
Very well done.
So being as we're sat, What brought you to? Wait a minute. Where were we?
Obsidian.
Obsidian. That's why. Yeah. So what brought you to Obsidian? If you don't mind me asking.
I'm an old acquaintance of Lord Brickfist, and I have asked him a favour on a few occasions, to which he's never accepted.
Are we in a group talking, or are the two of you separately talking? I don't want to say something if you two have gone off to talk.
Oh no, we haven't gone off to talk. This is just while having lunch.
Yeah, so he's sat up sort of on the edge of one of the caravans, so that his back's sort of a little bit more against something, but he's sort of still in enough that he can talk to the people at the campfire without having to shout or anything.
He didn't look like he liked you very much.
It isn't that he doesn't like me. It is more, I feel he grows weary of my favour asking.
As I did wonder what that was about.
But this time I had an additional favour that he was more
hesitant,
accepting of. My other favour he always refuses. But this one was simply to travel along with you, as my destination lies in the same direction.
Well, seems that fortune favoured us in this case.
Indeed, I would agree.
So. But otherwise, why are you heading? Yeah, so why are you heading to? I've forgotten the name of it now. Montai. Yeah, so
I have some business.
Business.
Yes, of course.
I apologise. One day I may tell you, but now is not the time.
I had a feeling you'd say that. Don't worry, I thought I'd ask. Nah, don't worry. I understand. There are things that we all must not know. Many things that we still have to learn.
There are a great many things for us all to learn. It's one of the joys of life.
Indeed.
But yeah, so he's...
For a second I thought you were rolling damage or something. It's like, no!
No, throws fork, gets an eye.
I may have a reason to be rolling. You don't know!
You don't know me!
You don't know me! But yeah, he sort of smiles warmly at you. Doesn't say a lot more. Yeah.
Well, at this point it's just idle small talk, unless there's anything anyone has pertinent to say.
Can we find a road travelling song? Can we sing like a caravan song as we travel? I read in a book that someone did it. Is it fun? Did normal people do that?
Yes.
Yes, I imagine so.
I mean, I don't
know many songs.
I would normally join in the songs. That's normally when I was working.
I mean, usually it would be the bard who does that. We don't really have one of those.
Beffa, do you know any songs?
Oh, I've got one. I like chicken. I like liver. Orc chips, please deliver.
I like it. Let's sing it.
That's something.
Is that technically a song?
Oh, a song about prostitutes. There's always one of those.
Technically, it's not actually a song. It is, I suppose. It's sung. But there was this orc bard that came around, and they were singing about their chips because they were convinced they were the best orc chips ever.
Most of his songs are about food.
Yeah. So wait a minute. You know that word, was it prostitutes? I've heard that term thrown around before. What is that?
Where did you grow up?
Ladies of the Night.
I've always been in the caravan. I haven't really spent much time in towns.
I can't believe
Shaggin' boy! I pay for ladies!
I can't believe you spent time in the caravan and not come across prostitutes before.
Can't say that I have, no.
You never wondered what your winky was for?
Oh no, I knew what that was for, I just didn't know what a prostitute was.
You never wonder...
And like that, I leave this conversation.
Yeah. Do you never wonder what other caravan drivers spend all their money on apart from drink?
I did wonder.
Oi.
It's not like they share.
Probably why I'm still poor. Oh, that's a bit depressing. Oh.
Yes. Prostitutes, ladies of the night, women of negotiable affection.
Boy, if you go to the right places, they're ladies of the day too. I'll tell you that much.
Now, how did that old song go? There once was a maiden from Stoneberry Hollow. She didn't talk much, but boy did she swallow. And I think I'm going to leave it at that.
Charlotte the harlot, queen of all the whores.
I remember Charlotte. She wasn't as good as people fucking made her out to be.
Well, no, because the next verse does say she's covered in sores.
Oi.
I want to go back on the road.
Kind of wish I had remembered now. Thanks a lot for bringing that up, Off.
Oh,
To the road.
I'm sorry. Is this making you uncomfortable?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Why does it make you uncomfortable? Sex is natural. It's part of life. You wouldn't be here if it wasn't for sex.
Not everyone is as uninhibited
Cousin,
as you
I
are.
want to go back on the road. No.
Is that okay? Okay, all right. Let's.
Off, why'd you fight these
I'll
people?
help you pack up. Yeah, all right.
Saxton.
I don't think I've ever been to Saxton. Where's that?
That's somewhere east of here.
Why?
No, is it east of here or west of here?
West of Obsidian.
So it's southwest. Yeah, southwest of here.
Yeah, it's all west of here. It's a small place.
Oi, oh, steer clear of it.
It's fun if you're passing through.
Yeah, so another afternoon of travelling. Things again seem relatively peaceful, actually. You're not getting too many creatures around. Obviously, the sound of the carts and the horses tend to be fairly loud, so a lot of the creatures tend to scurry off and such.
I'm covering the flanks in the woods.
Again, the entire afternoon actually goes by really quietly. It gets full through to evening, and say, are you breaking at sort of nightfall again, or?
Yep, circle the wagons.
Yep. So they find a suitable spot to just turn off and just go into a clearing off the side of the road, and they start putting up camp. Everyone starts getting bits together.
Yeah, so cool. After we basically start getting camp together, and everything's pretty much sort of settled. It's like, off.
Yep.
Yeah. How do you fancy doing a little bit of hunting? See if we can get something decent, to replenish our meat supplies.
Yeah, let's do it. You should probably try and find something bigger like a deer.
That's what I was hoping for. Hence why I thought it would be easier for the two of us.
Cassus,
Yeah.
if I don't use spells, do I have to sleep to bring my spell slots back, or do they just stay?
I mean, strictly speaking, they refresh after rest. So any slots you have used are back. You don't get to stack them, if that's what you mean?
No. I mean, for example, if I choose to actually take a watch tonight, does that mean that I can't have spells the next day because I haven't used the spell slots during this day?
Well, no. As long as you get your 8 hours sleep, your spells will refresh. But if you don't sleep, they don't refresh. So whatever spells you have when you started the day,
you have them until you use them.
Oh yeah.
And then they refresh when you sleep. So if you went for a full day, cast all your spells, then didn't sleep, and then started the next day, you wouldn't have spells.
No, what I'm asking is if I've gone the whole day but I've not used a single spell.
But you still have spells.
That's what we're saying.
Oh, okay.
They refresh after a long rest. Until then, you have whatever spells you started the day.
If you have not depleted them, they don't need to refresh.
Okay, I'm with you. That was my question.
You still need to rest because you get fatigued.
No, that's fine.
Fatigued.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, sleep till Port Salt Wash.
Hey, bam,
I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah.
No, sleep till
Port Salt
Port
Wash.
Salt Wash.
There you go.
Sleep till 14.
No. So now let's get our equipment together and let's go tracking and hunting.
Okay, so if one of you wants to help the other,
I'm not skilled in survival, so I will just help. I will use my know-how of the forest.
You'll just be like, do better.
Okay, so roll survival with advantage.
Woo!
I'm still gonna fuck this up somehow.
Yep.
Oh no, that's still pretty good. So non-natural 20.
Okay.
We're all getting carried off by ogres.
What are you particularly looking for?
Something big like a deer, or something like that.
Okay, you.
Something dangerous like a boar.
Dangerous.
Yeah, we don't have spears.
1 second.
Boars can't climb trees very well, or at all.
True. That's when it's just it's like, hey, look. We've got a grizzly. No, it's not a grizzly. It's an owlbear.
Owlbear.
I wonder what meat on an owlbear's like.
Well, probably bear meat's meant to be all right.
You find the tracks of something fairly big. Similar tracks to that of a deer. A little bit different, but similar.
Would that be a nature to try and identify?
You can roll a nature.
Yeah, it's like in that case, off. Yeah, it's like I found something big, but I'm not quite sure what it is. And I just point to tracks, so I'm going to help you.
Hey, 20.
Oh wait, you don't need the help. You can roll advantage anyway.
Yeah. You recognise.
Oh, it's more than 20, so it's 22.
You recognise them to be elk tracks.
Ooh, it's an elk.
That's pretty hefty.
There seems to be 3 or 4 of them.
We need to be bringing one. They're quite big. Bringing them down will be difficult. We'll need to sneak up on them and get the jump on them. We'll only be able to get one though. The others, the others will flee.
Well, one will easily be a few days worth of food.
Easily. You'll have to carry it though. We may need someone else to help carry it.
Well, we'll certainly give it a go.
Maybe we can make a sled. Maybe we can sort of tie some blocks together, make a sled to carry it. But that is for later.
Yes, we'll have to track and see how far they are. Because how fresh do the tracks look?
Maybe an hour.
Yes, fairly close. Maybe these tracks have been here maybe an hour. So,
Let's go.
Well, still, we'll survey the scene.
Okay, so roll me a stealth, each of you. This is just a standard roll.
15.
3.
Fuck's sake.
Okay, and roll me a survival.
I like hunting. That's you.
Natural 20 for a 25.
Okay, so you're being relatively quiet and mostly following him, but he's so quickly following these tracks that he's forgetting to be quiet. So you're following these tracks.
Hey, look, elk.
That's more or less it. I mean, you find him. He goes, there they are, and one of them spooks. There's 3 that don't have particularly big horns.
Okay.
And there's one that has fairly large horns. As the 3 was with
probably the doe. Yeah. It's probably a stag and its does.
Yeah. As the 3 with smaller horns, like one of them is the one that sort of perks up, sees you, and that one bolts. The other 2 without horns bolt. The one with horns charges immediately at you.
Come around for us.
Yeah, well, that's good. That means we don't have to worry about it running away. Hopefully.
Yeah. Gore you with
Yes, it's like gore. I got it. I got one.
Does a 23 hit you?
Yes.
You say no, you're a damn liar.
Now, I was going to Hunter's Market.
So you take 12 points of bludgeoning damage as it charges full pelt at you and rams you with its horns.
Ram you.
Oh, shit.
It properly rams you, and then I need you to make a strength saving throw.
I was going to toss you over.
Non-natural 20.
Okay, so you feel it almost lift you off your feet, but it doesn't knock you on your ass. Now, if you could roll me initiative.
Okay, I'm hoping that I can do something. Fuck.
That's what you get for having hope.
Yeah, there you go. That's.
Oh yeah, no, I've been playing Red Redemption, so I know.
Yes.
Grand Theft Cowboy.
But yeah, especially if you're not.
I call it Grand Theft Equestrian.
Well, especially because obviously they charge you. Obviously in that game, if you're not paying attention, they will charge you.
6.
6.
Yeah, I know.
I got 6 as well.
I wasn't expecting this.
Which of you have high attacks?
Mine's 12.
14.
Okay, so you.
Okay, so then.
Oh, sorry, 7. Oh, sorry. I mean, 7 was my initiative.
Sorry.
Yes,
So you go first anyway.
It's my
That's fine.
+2.
Okay. Why am I closing that? For fuck's sake, keep doing that.
He's like,
Shit.
good, I have all the information I need. No, I don't.
Wow, that's
Keep
a
doing
monster.
So,
Yeah, that is a monster.
yeah.
He'll fuck you up.
Yeah.
So,
It's like,
after he outrammed you, it gives a bit of sort of a high-pitched,
yeah.
Like a dying giraffe.
and it rears up
Oh shit.
And hoofs you.
just trying to hit you.
Oh, you're gonna get killed by
Yes.
You're gonna get killed by a forest creature. This is your own fault. You killed yourself. This is practically suicide.
How
You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as it rears up on its back feet. It just hoofs straight into your chest.
So,
At which point, after it's hoofed you, it then starts running.
Right.
Hoff, it's your turn. It is currently 50 feet away. So it's hoofed him, and now it's started running after
Oh,
the
that's
other.
quite. I won't have time. I won't have time to cast Santa's Mark and shoot it, so I better just shoot it.
Hunter's Mark is it an action or a bonus action to cast? Do you remember?
I don't.
Well, I just don't-
yeah, because I
remember.
thought it was like a bonus action or
If it's a
switch.
bonus,
Casting time bonus action.
right. Hunter's Mark
Yep. Hunter's Mark.
and shoot. So
Okay.
is that just bonus damage or is it advantage as well?
It's just bonus damage.
Okay.
You have advantage on Wisdom, Perception, or Survival checks to find it.
Ah, right. Okay. Right.
Oh.
Ah. Yeah.
Okay. I take. What was the actual total?
Oh, well, that was 8.
Oh no. Okay. No, not quite. Okay. Carson.
Okay, what the fuck am I gonna do? So you said it started running. How far has it actually gotten?
50 foot.
It's going to disappear into the trees pretty quickly.
Shit. I don't even think.
They're elk are pretty quick.
Right. I'm gonna pull out one of my darts.
Okay.
Now, obviously, the minimum range is 20 foot, but it goes up to a maximum of 60. So is it a minus?
Disadvantage.
This is going to be in woodland. It's going to be difficult.
Yeah, you're at disadvantage because it's out of the standard preferred range.
Okay.
Up to 20 feet is your ideal range. 60 foot is your maximum range.
No. Oh, actually, no, because I can move and then throw. So yeah,
Move will probably help.
yeah, I will. Oh yeah, so I'll move. So I'm within range of 20 foot.
Okay.
And then throw, so that way it's not a disadvantage at least. And use this dice. Come on. Fuck. 8.
Nope. 8 will miss.
Shit.
Okay.
Have
Anything
you
else?
just thrown away your really nice axe?
No, it's dart.
Let's start.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, there's not. I can't get close enough to try and twat it.
That's a war dart.
Oh, yeah, that would have fucked up that rat.
Yeah. Yeah, cause they're
So yeah, basically, I'm gonna try and stay in pursuit. But obviously, the closest I can get is within 10 foot of it. So
Okay. So it is going to, at that point, it's going to move another 50 foot.
Okay. What's the range of my crossbow? Doesn't have a range. What's what a light crossbow?
Ooh.
So there's no range bracket to write down here.
There should be.
Yeah.
That's
So
the
what
end.
So what bare minimum would be 40 foot off the top of my head.
Hang on. In our boots.
Yeah, I'll take
Which
you.
type of crossbow, sorry?
Light.
Range 80, maximum range 320.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
okay.
so yeah, you're still within. Yeah.
So
you'll
if
still
you
be within.
move,
Yeah.
you won't have disadvantage
Okay. Yeah. Move. It'll be move. Drop down.
because you've got a 30 foot move, right?
Yes.
Do you have advantage
Oh no,
generally?
25. Yeah, 25 move.
25. That'll put you 75 foot away. So that's just within sort of.
Yeah, so because of your nature thing.
I don't suffer any disadvantages moving through woodland.
Ah, okay. So you don't get like advantage on anything like that in woodland or anything.
I only get advantage for survival and nature checks
okay.
in woodland, and I don't get penalties for as many penalties for moving through it. I think.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay. So roll attack.
Right.
Oh, actually, I just thought there's something else.
Yay! That's 24.
That'll hit. So roll your damage plus d6 for your hunter's mark.
Is it D6?
Yep, hunter's mark is an extra d6 damage.
Oh damn it! I don't have D6. How are these dice organised? Thank you.
Actually, no. I have a secondary idea. Depending on.
Oh, that was lame.
Wait, 2 ideas? Oh god, we're really
so
screwed
that's
now.
2, that's 6.
6 damage. Okay, so the crossbow flies through the air and hits it square in the side.
Next time I get Colossus Killer on it.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it hits it square in the side. It sort of staggers a little bit.
So it'll make it easier to track.
Still moving there. At which point you've moved and attacked. Anything you can do as a bonus action, or is that it?
That is it.
That's it, because you do have on your crossbow the additional arrow you can fire, or bolt you can fire as a bonus action.
No, I don't think I chose a rapid reload. Oh yeah, was that no?
Because you chose the same thing as him, where
yes,
you can use a bonus action to fire a second one once per short rest.
No, I chose rapid reload. I thought that. Oh, sorry. Yes, is that what it gives me? Yes, because it lets me reload it rapidly once.
Basically the same as Final Gambit.
Yeah. So we'll quickly get a rapid reload off.
Cool. So you'll fire your once per short rest shot.
16.
16 will hit. Again, you still get Hunter's Mark damage to this.
And I get a D8 for Colossus. Yeah, D8 for Colossus Killer, I believe.
I don't remember what I meant.
I've got D8 written down next to it here.
Then yes, must be.
Damn.
I'm happy to go with that now.
Doubles the damage in my plus 2. So that's 5, 8, 9.
Yeah, so the second one hits somewhere in the back of its neck, and with that it sort of stumbles a couple of feet and falls down dead.
Right, I'm gonna run up to it.
Woo!
So
So
my little
no
legs
more
can carry
initiative.
me.
The other ones with the much smaller horns they're gone.
That's fine.
But this one.
I'm going to get up to him and I'm going with my knife just cut its throat in case it's still alive. Not going to let it suffer.
One of your crossbow bolts is also broken from that.
Oh well.
Still, it's a hefty beast.
The way it sort of stumbled, the crossbow bolt that went into its side, it fell onto it and snapped it clear in half.
You okay? You got hit pretty bad.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
No, come here. Right, so,
yeah, I'm fine. I just,
hang on.
Yeah, I'm fine. It's like, my clothing's a bit torn,
So
bloody.
D8 + 1 for you.
3.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, I'll be fine. It's like, the bleeding now stops at least. But I'm like, I'll just take a bit of a time out from that one.
Well,
little bit winded from the impact of that thing. What happened into you?
Right, you stay here and start. Right, first, let's gut it. That'll get rid of some weight.
That's true. So, gutting.
Survival. If it's helping, then you get advantage.
Ooh.
Great.
He Merlaned it.
I would say you butchered it, but that would have been the right thing to do.
He wang-and-ummed.
8.
So right, yeah. So you.
It's pretty hackneyed.
Oh,
I mean, you've hacked apart and just rammed a few bits out and got rid of some of the
You've
entrails.
probably hit its guts. There's probably shit all the inside of it. And, right, in that case.
It's like, okay, maybe I'm not so good.
Right, in that case, I am going to, with my hand axe, hack off a haunch.
Yep.
Hack off an antler.
Yeah, but
and then I'm going to wrap it up in some cloth I've got and just drag it back to camp. One basically its back leg and an antler.
Okay. So
Congratulations, Merlan, you transpired it.
So yeah, you do functionally get both the back legs, but you actually managed to fuck both the front legs.
Yeah, even with an 8, I didn't think that was going to be that
and contaminate all the inside.
Yeah, you've
by not gutting it properly.
Yeah, like as you've been sort of cutting into it with the axe, your arm's sort of gone in a couple of times. You've dragged some of the dirt in with it, and it's just all the guts on the inside are cutting apart.
Hit the gallbladder with shit and bile all inside.
You've largely ruined everything that's in the main body itself. The two legs are largely okay.
Yeah, I'll drag one. You can carry one. And if you want an antler, you can get it yourself.
Yeah, so at this point, I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to drag the other bit back.
You can carry it on your shoulder.
I mean,
the meat's got to drag it.
I say at a push, you could probably carry both, but you just have to make sure that Hoff keeps an eye out in front of you just in case there's anything you walk into.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just carry the other one, the other bit, and if it looks like you're struggling, I'll I'll give you a hand with that as well.
But yeah,
well,
so
that didn't go very well.
No, but at least we've got some meat.
Must be quiet. They spook easily.
Yeah, so I guess I was a bit excitable.
If you hadn't have spooked it, it wouldn't have gotten the charge off before you.
I could have got Hunter's Mark, taken time to aim.
I say if you hadn't have fucked that one.
I can Merland it, so.
Yep, you Merland it and got elk charged. But yeah, so probably about an hour and a half at most after you guys have made camp and they've gone off to go hunting. They come back in, sporting a couple of fairly large, maybe deer legs.
Yeah, okay. I'll dump it next to the fire. And also, I've got a big antler as well, which I was using to help me drag it. If anyone has any use for deer horn, there's plenty there.
I don't think so.
I don't believe I do.
Thank you.
Good for making handles.
That's like, well, maybe when we come across a trapper at some point, they might like to buy
crossbow knocks.
Oh yeah, I'm sure someone will buy that.
Oh, and arrows.
Elk.
That's true.
No, yeah, it's good.
Elk antlers are pretty popular.
Because in
the
good
right
arrows,
circles.
you would have a tiny slice of horn inside the nock to help stop the arrow splitting.
Oh,
because it's harder than wood.
Very nice. It's like, well, we've got some meat for last us a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. I'll chuck the antler on my little wagon then.
Because at this point, what would be like big bits of meat? What we do with it to store it? Or either store it or smoke. Yeah, smoke it.
Smoke it.
You can also salt the meat.
Yeah, we haven't got time for salting really.
No, because that would take some time.
Best thing to do is all in the pot, cook it, and then it's dinner and breakfast.
All right.
Based on the amount of leg you've got there, that will probably feed you guys and the
exactly
caravan drivers as well.
Yep.
Maybe a few leftovers for the day. Something to nibble on the road, maybe. But
and if you want, you could make something out of the deer hoof.
Yeah, that's true. It's like, considering with that, it's like
deer toe.
Yeah, it's like who would. So who would like to assist me with preparing dinner this evening?
I have no idea how, but I can try and help.
I'm not much of a cook.
I will.
Yeah. All right.
I've done my bit, so I'm going to pass Makara my hunter's knife.
Right.
Flip it round.
Right.
Although it's a gnome hunter knife. It's a big hunting knife for me. So it'll be.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
So it'll be like a regular kitchen knife for you.
Normally, any kind of assist just imposes advantage. However, because you have no fucking clue what you're doing, what I need you to do is I need you to roll a survival. However, I want you to do it with your intelligence because you've read stuff before. So use intelligence instead of the normal stat wisdom. So survival based on intelligence.
Okay.
At disadvantage.
Okay. Hang on.
Oh yeah.
Or
7.
Okay. You do not get advantage to this because half the time you sort of spend pointing out
but you're like gingerly trying to cut up for
there.
Yeah, well, because it's still a fair amount of meat, it would still take me a while to do it on my own. So hence why at least this way it's a learning experience.
No, not that. No, but you're fun.
Yeah. She hasn't messed up so horrifically that you get disadvantage. It's just a lot of the time you spend like sort of showing her what she's sort of doing wrong. So it doesn't end up being a lot of help.
You hold it by the handle, not the knife.
That's fine.
They're like,
the handle. Cocked.
Cocked.
Oh, but it's an 18.
That's cocked.
But it's an 18.
That is not flat.
Roll it on a completely flat surface. Do not roll on top of books or anything.
I'm going to let go.
Yeah!
Oh, even better.
Number wang.
Witnessed.
So natural 20 for a 25.
We need to make a rolling.
Okay,
box.
yeah.
Rolling tray like a.
So after your
green felt.
fairly dismal
in the middle, that'd be
harvesting of the meat, you're actually almost quite high strung at this point. You don't want to fuck up cooking.
Yeah, just like no.
So at this point, you get everything together and you start cooking, and even though you're taking time to show her, that's sort of calming you down, and it's almost taking you back to when you learnt to cook. And you actually manage to put everything together fairly well and use sort of what she's doing and getting her to do the slightly unorthodox things she's trying that are in cookbooks that you've never seen before, that she doesn't know what she's really doing. You're sort of taking on board what she's trying to do, and you put everything together, and you actually roast it over the fire, and you end up with a really nice roasted elk with some roasted veg around the side for some extra accoutrement, you might say.
And gravy.
And gravy.
Would that be a realistic thing that we
I'd
could
probably
make?
say that you'd have enough sort of stock to make a fairly good gravy as well. Water, you've got some water, that's fine. But yeah, you managed to put together a really fairly nice roasted elk and veg.
Who the heck do you think you are, James Ollivander?
What, the wand maker?
I mean, this isn't Categorian fine cuisine, but this is excellent. This is what you'd expect in high class inns and restaurants.
Yeah.
Oh, it's excellent.
It's good camp food.
Yeah. No, so this point it's like, hey Hoff, what do you think of this?
Maybe next time we'll just leave you to cooking it rather than killing it. Have you seen the state of him?
No.
Yes,
there we were going through the woods. He spotted some tracks. I said, "Oh, that's elk tracks. It's good eating. We'll find them." He tracks them down, and then he has to say, "Huff, look, elk."
Surely the elk noticed that.
Yes. Two of them ran away. The big stag. He turns round. He gores him with his antlers, and then kicks him with his hoof, and then runs away. Luckily, I was able to get 2 shots off and felled it.
Did you hear that, Barefoot? Apparently you hunt by shouting loudly.
I'm pretty sure. Based on how good this actually tastes, what I think is you need to give up your fucking day job. Give up your day job and fucking cook, because that you can do.
I think I'd be more.
And we would have had more, but as I say, to say he butchered it, that would be the wrong word, because butchering it would have been the correct thing to do.
I had just been kicked by an elk.
Oh, understandable. But he did it. Yeah, it looked like a wolf had butchered it.
I'd have been more solid than you, and I use a fucking handgun. What's your excuse?
But go easy on him. He's had a bad day, and he helped carry it back.
But still, at least we got a decent meal out of it.
Leave it to you to finish his job.
He's cooked. Felistin, he has cooked us a fine meal, and for that we should be thankful to him.
I'm impressed. I've already said he should give up his day job and cook. His cooking is excellent.
Anyway, how many more days until Port Saltwash? Day and a half. No, excellent.
So we're still making fairly good progress.
And the ship, it will be waiting for us, or is it on the schedule?
I'd say maybe a bit closer to 2 days after our setback with the bandits.
Understandable. But are we on a schedule for the ship, or is it waiting for us?
They're waiting for us. They've been told to wait for us. The contract don't start until we get to them.
Oh, good. Good. Well, then it would probably.
I'm sure it'll be alright.
It would probably be good to have maybe half a day just to enjoy the Port Saltwash, get some supplies for the journey.
Well, I mean, I imagine they're probably stocked, ready for the journey for us. To be honest,
I was talking about other maybe personal items for when we get to the other end. I've never done a long sea journey before. I'm not sure what to expect.
I suppose it's probably a good idea. Actually, I've never really thought about it. I've not done it myself.
Actually, I could do a swing into town. I'm running a bit low on bullets.
But Soulwash would be the place to do it.
Macaria, you are not from around here. You travelled across the sea.
Yes.
No, I've never travelled across the sea. I've travelled on small boats down rivers, but not across the sea.
No, then I haven't. No, I've only done small journeys. I wasn't sure what you meant. No, but I've read about it.
Oh.
I hope you follow some seasickness tips because those could be useful.
Yes.
Seasickness.
Yes, I've got stuff. I've got ginger for that.
A sickness.
It,
carried by the water.
No. It's an effect brought on by too much inertia.
it's the equilibrium of you moving.
Equilibrium.
You do remember that Cassandra did mention that she's been on a boat before.
Too much motion, and you're probably gonna hurl if you're not used to it.
It's a sensation of having too much alcohol, I believe. The spinny dizziness.
Oh, then we're gonna get on great.
It'd be similar to like getting picked up by an orc and thrown around like a baseball bat.
I wouldn't imagine that would be very pleasant.
No, normally.
But Cassandra's been on a long boat journey before, so
We'll ask her later.
She seems to be snoozing right about now.
yeah.
Okay, so hunker down for the night. Sort out the watches as before.
I can do a watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so okay. When would you prefer to go?
Well, you need.
First.
First?
Least scary things happen first.
Right.
I see your plan
Do as before. Find what I believe would be our blind spot and alarm that.
Okay. So largely again, it ends up being the same sort of blind spot as last time, just the opposite side to the road. That doesn't seem necessarily to be any more sort of dense spots that are harder to keep an eye on. I mean, the other ones are open-ish, a few trees, a couple of bits of leaf cover, but largely not too bad.
Wait, how long are the watches?
If all four of us doing it, 3 hours?
Yeah, 3 hours. Yeah. 3 hours.
Okay. How do I know when 3 hours are up?
Yes,
I have no way of telling the time.
Yes, generally the position of the moon and the stars, that'll help.
Yeah, we go by the moon.
How do I know that when that is?
You're familiar with the movement of the heavens.
Sort of.
Well, the moon starts there, and by morning the moon will be there.
Yes.
So the distance between, you mentally split it up into positions. So you know that when a certain amount of time has passed, the moon will be from there to there.
Well, I mean, wiping a bit of the food off the side of his cheek. I mean, if it's a little bit easier, you can use my timepiece if you'd like.
I was about to say, I've got a pocket watch.
Oi, one of them.
Yeah, please can I use that? Because I don't know how to tell by the sun.
I'll let her use yours.
Don't lose that.
Yes, my father was obsessed with time. Always seemed to be looking at his.
Is that good or bad?
Well, he always had a tight schedule. He needed to go by, when to get deals done, when he was meeting people, how when to get across to certain places.
Was he about this tall, fluffy, white, big frickin' ears?
No.
Huh? I don't get it.
So,
No, he was not running around going, I'm late. I'm late. I'm late. I'm late. I'm late.
I'm late. I'm very fucking late.
Your character's name.
So, what is the order of what?
Well, we'll take second watch.
I'm taking the first one.
I'll take third then. The danger zone.
So I was first, now I'm last.
So who was first, sorry?
I took danger watch the other night.
Okay, Macarius first, Hoff was second, Zach was third.
Danger zone.
Danger
zone! The Kenny Loggins watch.
Okay. So, how would you say you're taking your watch? Given that you're not really used to this sort of thing as much as others.
No one's really told me what I'm meant to do, right? So I'm reading.
Well, for us, we just assume that people know.
No,
So.
no. So for me, I look, and then I look at the watch I've been given, and then I kind of look around, and then I go back to reading.
Well, okay. She's looking around some.
Out of curiosity for you guys, what stat do you think is most appropriate for losing track of time?
Wisdom?
Wisdom. Okay.
That's my dump stat. Let's do this.
Dump stat.
Flat out, roll me wisdom. Just literally roll a d20 and add your modifier.
Okay, my wisdom is -1.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
a 9.
Okay. You actually end up on watch for about 5 hours.
Oops.
So you lose track of time as you're reading, and you realise you're getting a bit tired. And you look down. It's like, oh.
Okay, I go and wake up off.
Already.
I got confused. I'm sorry.
No, never mind. Get some sleep.
Okay.
Right, crossbow.
Now this is when you just go, so I've only got an hour's watch before, I wake the next person up.
That is a good point. Are you going to take your full time's watch, or are you going to cut it?
I'm gonna split the difference.
Split the difference?
Yeah.
Okay. So you'll split the difference. So your watch largely goes fairly uninteresting. There's not a lot around. Couple of owls up in the tree. Couple of and then fucks off again. But nothing really more interesting than that. Your split the difference watch has ended.
Yeah.
And you wake up, Zach.
Yeah.
There's someone outside doing owl impressions.
Load up my crossbow, pick up my pocket watch, check the phone.
Not going to load up a gun, no.
No. The guns are already loaded. The crossbow is the silent strike. If they're still alive after that, then gun.
Cool. So yeah, you check the time. You notice it's sort of a little bit into your watch. Do you tell him what happened and that you split the difference on time?
The sorceress overslept, so I had a slightly shorter watch. So, but you'll get a shorter watch as well.
I understood.
But yeah, so again, you sort of sit there. Everything's fairly nice actually. It's not what's going on. Couple of mice scuttling around. You see an owl that looks like it's watching the mice.
Silly mices.
Yeah, everything being as quiet as you are, and the fact that you're not like wandering around, just sort of sat keeping an eye. They barely seem to notice you. The owl seems to register that you're there and sort of keeps its distance, but
I make sure to point the crossbow away from the owl.
After a little bit of time, you're sort of keeping an eye on, sort of watching the progress. After a little while, one of the mice sort of scurries away from one of the trees. Owl swoops down and catches it.
Nature.
Yeah. Buggers off back again to wherever you think its nest might be. It's well out of the area of where you are, but yeah, your watch sort of comes over and it's time to wake him up.
Cassus, your turn, buddy.
Okay. Thank you. Well, you go get some rest. So, yeah, at that point, I look up at the sky, take stock, and so
keep an eye out for spiders.
Well, no, at this point, I'm just going to look at the moon a little bit further along than I thought it was going to be.
No, for you, it's about the right time to be woken up.
Oh, okay. So you, but I don't know.
They split the difference on their watches.
Yeah, it's like okay.
Don't have malice, just out of
Yeah, it just seems simple.
Yeah, get my few bits and pieces. Bring it over near the fire. And sit myself down and then prepare for watch.
So you're sat for about an hour. Things aren't going too badly.
Oh no!
It's like really me again. Fuck.
You're just not bad luck, chum.
Whose stream is it?
Yours.
Who deserves this?
You.
Who do we love picking on?
I actually wish I could say I was picking on him, but I fucking rolled every time.
The dice hate
This,
you.
yeah, see the dice.
I've rolled random encounters for your mornings, your afternoons, and your nights.
With
It's only come up on nights so far. After that point, And when I've rolled the fucking things, it's always come up on his numbered watch.
Okay, we discussed this 6 years ago when he pissed off the dice gods and still
Yeah.
hasn't been able to.
What did I do?
You know what
You wish for lots and lots of gold.
Yeah.
I had bad luck before then.
Okay.
True.
What was your passive perception?
13.
Okay, yeah. So you notice that there's a bit of a shuffling sound.
No, not again.
Yeah, a bit of a shuffling sound from near sort of the road edge. And you hear a sort of sound.
Bacon in the morning.
Just out of curiosity, do I gain any health back from the rest I've already had?
Have you used any dice as short rest dice?
Not yet, no.
That's true, 'cause you got 5 hours, and then their watches, that'd be 8 hours.
Totally have.
Yeah.
More for convenience than anything, I'm waiting until all of the watches are over and the night's over, and then he'll get his full back. Just because it makes it a bit easier on him.
Oh
to
yeah,
stay forward.
but it's just because I don't know if this is proper danger or not. I don't want to die after like 2 hits.
So I'm reasonably happy to say that you can have used hit dice to heal up as normal for short rest so far, but you'll get your full after the night's over.
Okay, well I'm using two. I'm using
Technically
2d8.
being nice like that. So
3, 5. Okay, I've got some back. That's fine. Okay, so snuffling.
yeah, so you hear some snuffling. You can't quite make out what it is, and you can't sort of see around. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to pick up my magical hand axe, and I will go and investigate.
Okay. Roll me a perception.
Ooh.
11.
Yeah, you see the outline of one fairly large creature. Bigger than Daffodil the dog. You can sort of make out what looks like some kind of horn or tusk. But judging by the sound, you think there's another one. You can't see it.
So, oh crap.
Ooh, bacon sardies in the morning.
Well, there's what I think 2 of these things.
That's not how it works.
So so at the moment I'm sort of going to keep my distance a bit, and survey, see what they're doing.
They're moving progressively and steadily towards the camp. They seem to have smelt something.
What to do?
Bacon doesn't come out of business, so we that.
So, okay, I don't want them to come near the camp,
That's the cows.
but at the same time I kind of don't want to take them on by myself. So screw it. I'm going to attempt to scare them away.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
I'm going to intimidate the fuck out of them.
No, you're gonna try.
Yeah, try and intimidate the fuck out of them.
Right.
So basically, because at the moment I'm keeping sort of quiet, not really moving. I'm basically going to hope that I startle them.
Roll me
make some noise.
intimidate. Please roll this at disadvantage.
I'm going to die.
You're gonna get impaled.
I'm going to
Oh
die.
god.
4. I don't even scare myself.
Go
Okay.
away, you beasts!
Shoo! Shoo!
Okay, so you jump out at one of them, going shoo, shoo. At which point there's a loud wee, wee. And if not
God damn it, Mike.
fucking thing charges at you.
Oh shit!
Don't
worry.
worry. Your perception to hear
When
the
his
ring.
corpse hits the ground, it won't wake us up.
Give me 1 second because the charge is happening, and you'll get your perception as that is technically happening.
I'm bleeding out, digging deeper just to throw it away.
Someone hit him.
Yeah.
Ah! No one's gonna hit me.
No, technically only Lucy can hit him. This is her home.
I'll count them for later.
What's my excuse? And I hit him all the time.
You shouldn't. You're a guest in his home, shouldn't you?
12 to hit you.
No.
Okay, so it charges and you just sort of move out. Excuse me, you just sort of move out of the way as this fairly nasty looking tusk just about misses your
It's like, oh,
right flank.
being gored twice in one day.
Everybody roll me perception at disadvantage.
Go on, everyone, be asleep.
18.
You hear this.
4.
Wait, 1.
4.
You hear fucking nothing. You are so happy.
Although that is not a natural one though.
No, I rolled
Still
a 2.
doing better
So I
than
got
Merlin.
-1 per now.
Can I have some seafood flavoured shell shells?
Just say snacks.
No. I can't call them by their big brand name.
Because they're not that brand name anyway.
But yeah. So
Can't tell the
yeah,
difference.
you wake up to the
Yeah,
immediate
yeah,
sound
yeah.
of loud pig charge. You
Squee.
Squee.
You were awake.
So no, I sleep.
If you two can roll me your initiatives now.
Come on, at least roll well on the initiative. Not bad. 12.
17.
I still stand by my 12.
Snoozes.
Okay.
Yes, you are exactly correct, Mike.
Yeah, hashtag not sponsored.
No brand names here. I've even made sure to make sure that no logos are shown.
What?
So yeah, so it's just like.
Yeah, that was brought up before.
So Zach.
Yep.
You sit up, sort of bolt upright quite quickly.
Yep.
And you sort of you look over and you see that there's you don't have dark vision, you're human, don't you?
Nope.
Yeah. So you see a fairly large shape, bigger than the dog.
Right.
And you sort of see a humanoid shape that you vaguely recognise to be him. So just out of the way of it, and it looks like it's just tried to hit him somehow.
Okay, I grab my loaded crossbow and run over.
Okay, so you run over. You have movement to stand up.
Mm-hmm.
How much movement you got left? 15 after that.
Yes.
Yeah. So you move 15 feet closer. You can sort of see that it's vaguely looks like a boar at best guess. You can sort of see him a bit better now.
Cool.
What are you gonna do?
Try and shoot it.
Roll to hit.
Yeah, shoot it.
Yeah, so I'm probably just in.
Number
Oh,
one.
crit.
Number 1.
Awesome. Roll.
Yeah.
Roll damage dice twice.
So you can either roll 1 and double what you get, or roll 2 dice.
How lucky do you feel, punk?
Shut up, Merlan.
You don't know what luck is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. It's the random high numbers that I get at the completely indiscriminate times.
Yeah, that's not your
usually
luck.
when it's the most useless times.
Yeah, usually it's just like roll a perception check. Oh, natural 20.
If it helps, because of you, I've not rolled any higher than a 9 this session.
How is it because of me?
You're a luck
Always because
vampire.
of you. You're a luck vampire.
Like vampire.
Cassus, right?
Have I just evolved into a luck vampire? Is that what it is?
Yes.
I don't know if we can call it an evolution.
Yeah, it's more like devolved.
Oh.
Can I borrow a D8? Mine seems to have pissed off.
D8.
Thank you.
I have a few over here.
Pissed off. If I was that close to a horse's winner, I'd be worried about getting pissed down.
So that is 14 points of damage.
Nice. Okay, so the crossbow thunks into the side, and there's another loud from the boar. Anything else?
Start reloading and hope that was loud enough for the others to hear.
Oh, actually,
Okay.
it's a gunshot, isn't it?
Oh no,
the
it's
pig
crossbow.
was squealing again.
Oh.
Yeah, he fired a crossbow.
And then the pig squealed.
Okay, Carson.
So
Right, so that one I've just dodged,
Maybe.
and then I've just hit, and you just heard it go squeak, again.
You heard the sound of a crossbow being fired. It's not loud, but you can hear the cling of the mechanism on it. It's not that quiet when it's that close.
Yeah, so that's a quick acknowledged.
Yeah, and you see the crossbow bolt in the side of the flank of the ball.
By now you're probably quite used to the sound of our crossbows anyway.
Mm.
Yeah.
And I believe I heard another one.
Yeah, it's a bit far back. You still haven't actually seen where this one is. So the second one you don't really know where it is yet. But you know the other one is right here. It's right next to you. It is in melee range.
Yeah, so because it was just in case I could see the other one coming. Depending on what I was going to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to attack that one.
Yeah.
That's right beside me.
City.
Yeah, magical axe. 11.
Get good.
No.
Fuck.
So as you sort of swing at it, your
Seafront Sunday a few
axe
weeks
sort of
ago.
catches the main sort of hide of the boar, and it doesn't look like it actually digs in. Really, it doesn't really do anything.
Mike just sleeps with perfect
And then bonus action,
thing.
kick it.
Okay.
Hopefully this works. Nope. That's even worse.
Okay.
6.
So you swing your foot at it and it sort of bats your foot away with its tusk as it's sort of thrashing a bit.
And then it calls you.
Go!
You moving or anything?
Does it look like it's still focused on me?
Yeah, you're in range.
In that case.
Man Bear Pig doesn't roll. Owl goes.
Actually, would it provoke if I moved out of its range?
Yes.
Yeah.
Into
Okay, then no.
Okay. So it is going to attempt to gore you with its tusk.
No, it's not the pungent, it's the penitentiary.
Yeah.
Hang on. Number one.
Bugger, number one.
Number one.
Weakness.
You're gonna die.
Just be glad this wasn't on its charge.
That's fine. He hasn't rolled the damage yet. He could still roll the damage really shit, and I'm tempting fate.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you
You always do.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's 7 points of slashing damage
You got lucky, punk.
as it sort of cuts straight across the sort of thick meat of your thigh.
Yeah. So it's like
And it's sort of and like you sort of snuff it, like really angrily at you. You seem to be the object of its frustrations right now.
It's gonna fuck you.
no, it's all right. There's the other one. It's got to move in range. Yeah.
It's going to have angry sex with you.
At which point, the other one, given that you're the closest, it's going to charge at you.
Yeah.
11 to hit.
No!
Fucker. Wow. Avoided both charges. So this one, because you were sort of kind of waiting for it and knew it was around there somewhere, and as it sort of comes into prickle you, sort of avoid it again as it just goes past you. At which point, everyone else can again roll a perception. Still at disadvantage.
Hey!
Wow, so 15 or a 20.
16.
14.
Okay, you both wake up.
Ah.
So you both hear this loud sort of sound.
We both have dark vision.
Yes, crossbow time.
So yeah, so you hear this loud. So you sort of sit up, look around. At which point you can see him with 2 boars attacking him, and he's just shot a bolt at one of them.
Yeah.
If you could roll me initiative, both of you, please.
I don't know what happened. All the animals are out to get me.
13.
7.
It's fine. There's still time for me to die.
Why do they all come to me to die? Why do they all come to me to die?
Where's that from?
Wayne's World 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not the one I was thinking of.
It would be though, because I'm a bit of a fan of Wayne's World. So
Wayne's World. Wayne's World.
I'm the leprechaun.
No, stop it, Wayne, you're scaring me.
I was thinking of the one with the 2 people in attendance. That's a horror film, but I didn't realise it's a horror film.
Tucker Dale versus
Oh,
Evil.
Tucker and Dale, yes.
Apparently they're getting a sequel.
Oh yes!
Nice.
Tucker and Dale versus
Bit of an aside there. If you haven't seen Tucker and Dale versus Evil, it's fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm. It's absolutely amazing.
I'm the leprechaun.
He just jumped right into the wood chipper.
It's some kind of suicide cult.
Mind you, Mike still needs to finish Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Ba-da-ba-ba-dum.
Tweet. Anyway, so
Oh, and the Orville.
back round to the top of initiatives. Zach.
Let's try that shit again. Nope.
Thank God it's not a 1.
What was the total?
8.
Oh yeah, no, okay.
Yeah, seriously. Thank God it's not a 1. Yeah. Ow! That was more piercing than a boar.
God damn it, Michael.
I need to start Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Oh.
Yeah, I know, I was throwing shade at him.
Can we disable that emoji?
I will look into it at some point.
I'm not
I'm gonna
sure.
put away my crossbow and get my gun ready.
I'm gonna get my gun. Okay.
I'm old. I've never got dabbing.
Oh, yeah.
Crossbow time.
Yep, you are next.
Crossbow at the nearest one.
You have had plenty of time to reload your second shot again. So
Yeah. Well, it's not. I think it's technically a second shot. It's a rapid. Whatever. Yay!
Whoa.
That's a 21.
that'll hit. Are you aiming for the one that's already been hit, or the one that doesn't look?
Whatever
like
is
it's got
closest to me.
one? Currently, the one that's already got a crossbow.
Yeah,
bolt
we'll do that
on
one
its
then.
side. Okay.
So damage. That is 6. Oh, hang on, no. If it's already injured, I get another D8.
Oh yeah.
So it'll be 8
On the extra D8 or total?
total.
Total, okay.
Because I presume it's bigger than me. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Well, it's bigger. It's bigger than your dog. So
Yeah,
That's why I
these are
took
fairly
Colossus
big
Killer,
ones.
because anything that's that's a size bigger than me, because I'm
Yeah, no,
small, nearly everything's bigger than me.
Nice.
Colossus Killer!
That's cool. I like that.
yeah, it is. It is a really handy ability.
These are actually large beasts.
Yes, extra D8
So
damage
they're-
on anything that's already damaged.
Ah.
But yeah, these are pretty big, really. So, anything else, or is that everything?
Is it a free action to flip them off?
Always a free action to flip them off.
Start reloading.
Well, yeah, no, that's just part of my. That's just why I can only do one crossbow attack a turn. Normally.
Yeah, so I can just imagine it's like thunk.
I'll do Hunter's Mark on the uninjured one.
Hunter's Mark on the uninjured one. Okay,
Yeah.
so you mark the second one.
So does that mean all of us get extra damage
No,
against
it's
that
only
one?
me.
Or just you?
Just him.
Ah.
At which point it is Carson's go.
Right. Okay. So so the other one that was already injured has just got another bolt thunk into him.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe now I can finish it off. Gonna attack that one who's already injured.
Roll to attack.
I hope.
No. You rolled the same as I did.
7.
Fuck's sake. Spending a key point, flurry of blows, so an extra 2 attacks on the bastard.
I sense he is no
Roll.
good.
Beat it fucking head.
You know what? I'm gonna roll both at the same time because even if the first one kills it, I'm still gonna kick it twice. So, yes, die.
He's giving into the anger.
Oh, much better.
Oh crap. There
So that's a 23 and a non-natural 20.
Yep, they're both it.
Hooray! So they both get +2. So 5 and 6. So a total of 11 for two separate hits.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah. So as you miss with the axe, you swing your foot up, sort of catching it in the side near its tusk, and you bring your foot back down onto its snout, and it sort of gives that whee at you again. Sort of from somewhere behind you. You then hear, what the fuck was that? As you have a feeling now more people are waking up.
Yeah, it's like and it's at this point I realise it's still kicking, it's still going.
Oh, it's still
Yeah,
going.
I'm just like getting angry.
Anything else, or was that your turn?
That's my turn counting up on bonus action, and I'm not moving to provoke attacks of opportunity on both of these fuckers.
So, it doesn't get advantage because they're not clever enough to make sure that they're flanking with you. Does an 8 hit you?
Nope. Thank goodness.
So that one tries to sort of gore you again with its tusk, and it doesn't quite hit you. The second one that just charged
First
before,
try.
11.
First try, yeah, thanks for that.
So 11 to try and hit you.
Nope.
So so that one will also miss. So they both try and sort of gore you. It's like still really going for you.
Come on, you bastards.
Oh god, he's angry.
Macaria.
Can I get to Carson in 1 turn?
Not quite.
Carson Wibble!
I can't. I need to touch him.
Yeah, just sort of like touching you.
You need a finglong.
Yeah, because at this point he's about 30 foot away from where you woke up, but because you're sleeping, you're prone, which means you have to use half of your movement to stand up.
Okay.
I know what I'll do.
Ooh. Rapid fire, Gatling gun,
I
grenade.
Move, and then I will
Use the
cast.
thing that should not be.
Oh, that thing.
Thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy.
Yep.
Okay. Need to remind myself.
Yeah, for those of you at home, surprise thing. We'll find out.
Oh no, actually, no. I'll show you mine. I'm going to cast Dancing Lights because I know that the other two can't see properly.
Okay.
So I'm going to cast Dancing Lights so I can create up to 4 torch-sized lights within range, which is
Yep.
120 foot, making them appear as torches, lanterns, or glowing orbs. I'm going to make them look like glowing orbs. And I'm going to put, there's still 2 balls.
Yes.
I'm going to put 2 around one and then 2 around the other because it might also daze them. But at least you can see where they are.
Good thinking, Batman.
Yeah, that is good thinking.
Cool. So they sort of startle a little bit at the lights and sort of like snuffle up and sort of almost like snuffle growling out. And so at them, but they don't seem to sort of necessarily attack them or be spooked as such. But that has made it much sort of clearer to see them now.
So.
Yeah. Is there anything else to your turn? Or is
I
that
can see.
everything
I
for now?
can fight.
Yeah, is that everything for now, Macaria?
You kind of moved and then did standard action.
Fantastic. Okay, so Zach, it's back up to you.
Cool. I enable the flick of Stinger,
Oh, okay.
and I go to stab the wounded one.
Stab El Wounded one.
Charge.
Roll to El Stabo Wundo.
Does a 16 hit?
It does.
Brilliant.
Stabby.
So yeah, so
We're getting all stabbed up in here.
good old knife damage because you can't put a short sword on a fucking pistol.
Can you blame me for trying?
Yes.
6 points of damage.
6. Very nice. So that's fine. That's there.
Why did you have to make it creepy, Merlin?
Because that's pretty much how it would have gone.
So, yeah, so you shiv it up a little bit.
Yep.
It's still sort of standing, and it does look a little bit weaker than it was now, though.
Good. Do I use my action surge to try and stab it in the head again? Sure. I'm probably about to rest after this again anyway.
Action surge. That'll do, pig. Stab.
Nice roll.
That's a...
Well, higher than before. So.
Yeah, that's a 23 to stab it in the fucking head.
Not just the head, but the
Oh,
fucking
the
head.
fucking head.
And another 6.
Another 6. Okay, so
I think
that
we're getting
one.
consistency like that.
So that one, you catch it in the side of the head, at which point it sort of shudders a little bit, and the sort of breath escapes it, and it just slides off onto the floor dead.
Keep doing.
So.
It falls on the side with most of the crossbow bolts in it. I apologise for all the bolts that have been fired at it are broken.
You'll get some more emojis, some stabby kapow.
But yeah,
It's so nice.
that is your turn. At which point,
So there's
Back
the one left
to
of
you.
the hunter's mark.
that is the
How
hunter's
far
mark.
away is it?
From you? About 20.
Okay. This is going to get weird. I'm going to reach to my bag
What's the tentacle?
and pull out the tentacle rod.
Oh no!
No, I
Okay,
understand.
so things get a little bit weird, and the small gnome runs up and holds aside his crossbow and pulls out this rod with tentacles just wrapping themselves around each other.
I can just imagine.
Stop it, Alice. I know exactly what you're thinking. Stop it.
I can just imagine, that things are going to get weird as we all just stop for a brief moment and look as you pull out the thing.
So with your action, you can make 3 attacks with it because it has 3 tentacles.
Yep.
Each attack is made with a +9 bonus.
Can I borrow a dice, please?
Oh yeah, of course you can.
So it's 3 d20s, each with +9.
Whoa! Number
Oh.
Okay.
Look, there's the happy medium.
So you've got a crit.
I've got a regular 20, a
Tentacle
29,
emoji.
Yeah.
hey,
God damn Alice.
Tentacles.
and a 15.
All 3 hit. So, if you hit a target with all 3 tentacles, it must make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
Oh
On
god.
failure, the creature's speed is halved, has disadvantage on dex saving throws,
Oh
and
god.
can't use reactions for a minute.
Oh god.
Moreover, on each of its turns, it can either take an action or a bonus action, but not both.
Oh god.
And it can repeat its saving throw if it fails at the end of each of its turns. So, each of the tentacles deals 1d6 bludgeoning damage. So the crit one is 2d6 or double one of your d6.
Okay, I'll roll that another. So it's 5, 4.
Okay.
14.
And one of
does
them is
that
double.
include your
doubled.
crit double dice?
Sorry, so the double.
So roll an extra d6.
6.
Okay.
20.
And now you add Hunter's Mark for each of those attacks.
That's D6, isn't it, again?
Because this is where it gets a bit filthy.
It's
So it's
3,
20
isn't it?
already.
1.
Oh no.
Oh no! 6. Hey! Averaged out.
Hey.
So that's 28.
20. That's
And
ridiculous.
does he add anything like that, any modifiers onto his damage?
He's already, is he already injured?
No, that
Okay.
one.
That was
Oh,
completely
okay.
untouched.
So I don't get Colossus Killer on top of that.
But yeah, so that's 28
Oh,
damage to it.
no.
And
Is it enough to
Um,
kill it outright?
at which point it is also going to attempt its saving throw,
Oh no.
and it fails. So it fails its Constitution
Yay,
saving throw.
more tentacles.
God damn
This is weird.
So
I don't like this weapon.
So if it fails its saving throw, you hear sort of some roughly in the direction of the caravan. What the fuck is that?
What the fuck is this bullshit?
At which point the sort of it seems the ball seems to sort of slow down a little bit as it's almost trying to push against something that's like stopping it from acting normally. At which point Carson gets his code.
I'm holding it still.
Yeah, but it's there, and it's like, right.
That is amazing.
I'm just gonna go with the motion here and try and implant my axe in its head.
You're a monk. You're a monk. Why aren't you Hadoukening it?
Yeah, does more
Hadouken!
Actually, fuck it. You're holding it still, and it's
Sub-Zero. Hadouken!
Is that
Oh,
a
wait, no,
Jesus
'cause,
praying emoji?
Oh no, because I've already rested. So if I use my key now, then that's
No,
it.
you'll get it back because you're not getting the benefits of the rest until the end of the night.
Okay, fuck it. Fist of Unbroken Air.
Remember, I'm being nice to
never mind,
you with
I'm
that
wrong,
one,
it is.
so-
So as an action, spend 2 key points. Choose creature. Yes.
That
Strength
emote
saving
name
throw.
is actually bless
Okay, so
RNG.
it doesn't have disadvantage on strength, it has disadvantage on dex, so it's still, this is normal. How's a 22 grab you?
Fuck's sakes. So you take half from this then.
I mean, Cassus takes no damage from this, his balls, however.
So half of 17, favour of the player, 9. Wait, yeah. Yeah, one higher, so 9.
That's fine.
So 9 points of bludgeoning damage, and you don't get knocked prone or anything like that, but it's just like...
Okay, so you air Hadouken fist it. Yeah, so you air Hadouken fist it.
Hadouken!
Anything else? That's an action, isn't it?
Yes, that is a standard action, and my standard bonus action, I'm just going to call it standard bonus action, I'm just going to kick it once more, if it's still standing.
Yeah, it's still standing.
14?
Yeah, that hits.
Come on, be enough. 4 points of damage.
Don't make me tentacle it
It's like,
again.
poof!
I'm probably going to have shot it by then.
It's still alive, isn't it? You
The
just...
rod for me to be like more like a tentacle stuff.
How can I be angry and freaked out all at the same time? It's like, just die!
Anything else?
No.
Is it still prone or restrained or whatever?
It's not restrained. It's just there's some, like whatever the tentacle rod does. It is almost restricting it. Maybe like a poison or something.
Maybe just creeped out.
But yeah,
Or maybe
At
it's
which point,
confused and aroused at the
it
same
can
time.
take an action or a bonus action on its turn. So it takes an action and attacks you.
This is when it floors me.
I'll try to shall I hit it again with the tentacle rod?
Yes.
I call the roll.
22 to hit you.
Yes.
At which point it lashes out properly now that it's really fucking freaked out by what's going on and the fact that it's now panicking.
Oh god, charging.
It's getting tentacle
It can't
raped.
charge, it hasn't got distance.
Well, I meant it's like gore charge.
Yeah, so 8 damage.
Oh!
As it buries its tusk into your leg as it's thrashing about trying to like shake whatever it is happening to it.
Okay,
It just doesn't understand.
Have you just dropped?
I am still standing. Just about.
Are you on your favourite number?
Yes.
Oh, fucking hell.
I'm on my favourite number. So it's like, ow!
Play dead.
No, I will not give up.
Which
It will
it's
die.
Macari's go.
I move.
Saving throw. Okay, yeah, so it actually does shake the effect after the end of that turn.
I move the now distance and cast Mage Armor on Carson.
It's like,
I also have in my hand a curing healing potion, which Carson can take to drink, but he has to take it on his turn. Drink it.
I'll be able to cure wounds when hopefully.
It's like putting a band-aid on a fucking rocket launcher.
I take it that will be your turn then.
Well, it's a move and a standard cast action.
That's fine. Zach, it's your turn.
you need I'd like to get a
I'll take a man
slingshot or something.
Yeah,
You know,
take
like
a
curing
man.
penance.
Oh, crap.
That did not go well.
Again, as long as it's not a natural 1 and you somehow shoot me instead of the boar, then that's fine.
12 to hit?
12 will hit it.
Oh, thank fuck.
The tentacle rod. Do I actually have to swing it like a cat of nine tails, or do I literally just point it at someone and the tentacles go?
It's kind of somewhere in the middle because
Okay.
it's almost like a thought activated thing where you give it some sort of direction and you sort of will it to attack the things you want it to attack, and it just sort of does it. With a little bit of pointing, you sort of point it.
Oh fuck! It's the darkness on a stick.
But yeah, so it's a little bit of both. It's thought and direction to a degree.
7 points damage.
Okay, so with your 7 points of damage, this would kill it. However, this boar is going to use its relentless ability. If the boar takes 10 damage or less, that would reduce it to 0 hit points or less. It is reduced to 1 hit point. Which means the boar is still alive.
Final fucking gambit.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's his tentacle rod.
So the rod is basically Goose from Captain Marvel.
Goose rod!
At this rate,
23 to hit.
24 hit.
Yeah. To be fair though, the amount of damage it's done, it's kind of
fuck off.
saved us a
6
bit.
points damage.
That'll get it.
Well, it's the perfect
fucking
thing for us. Yeah, 'cause if something's close, I'm like, oh, rod!
So you shoot it once, and this shot actually buries into its head, and it still keeps thrashing out of what looks like sheer force of will. At which point you take your extra shot and put another one in its head, and that, even with its willpower, you still put it down, and that one sort of stops thrashing and falls over.
You said this wasn't going to be weird.
Whoever told you that lied.
There is what Berg said.
Markov.
No, I said this is going to be.
Oh, so you said this is going to get weird.
Yeah.
Get weird.
And yeah, you are out of initiative.
Ah,
What a waste of me casting a spell on you.
do the tentacles go back in? No, so they're always just there.
Oh, can you please have one stroke his face?
Yeah.
Stroking
It doesn't even have to be an attack. It's just sort of like you're just sort of thinking about it. It's just kind of doing it idly.
These. I'm just gonna go to bed.
I'm gonna.
Literally, blood is just
I'm gonna cure
probably
wounds.
gushing from me.
6 wounds.
Yeah.
Six back from his kill wounds.
Hooray! Thank you. It's like, the bleeding.
Raise the rod.
Raise the rod.
If anyone wasn't awake when the combat started, after he fired his gun twice,
They fucking were.
like as he fired the gun, and he fired it twice in quick succession,
Name for the tentacle rod.
birds all around the trees, anywhere nearby, just flocked and started flying off. All of the other caravan drivers who were still asleep for whatever reason sort of sit bolt upright. Where's the fire? Where's the fire? And they're panicked sort of with that going off because gunshot at early hours of the morning.
It's fine. It's fine. Some boars are attacked. They've been taken care of.
Oi. Barefoot, who woke up a little bit before them, sort of goes about, comes like, it's all right, lads. It's all right. Calm down. It's just them doing their job. It's just a couple of boars. Calm down. Get your heads back down for best you
We
can.
call it the fail flail.
I was thinking of calling it the Rod of Destiny.
The rod of destiny. No.
I don't think anyone wants that to be their destiny.
I know
How
that's
about
why it's funny.
sticky fingers?
Sticky or stinky?
I was going to go sticky, but if you wanted stinky
I
fingers,
don't know, I
then
do like the fail flail.
The fail flail.
I don't know. That did a pretty fucking good job.
I know, but yeah, so anyone that messes with me.
And not being funny, but with Hunter's mark on, that's fucking obscene.
The rod's fun.
Yeah, we'll have to check how Colossus Hunter works. If it's per attack or per. Check. If it's once per turn or not.
I have the feeling we will have to check that because it could become quite relevant.
Oh yeah, very relevant, very quickly.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
this is something that they gave us.
Yeah.
But
yes.
with the fair bit of excitement of that fight,
I like it.
everyone sort of gets.
Just gonna wind it back in. Back in, boy.
Sort of winds down from quite a little bit. Sort of sits down for a few moments, catches breath, lets a bit of time go by. Just big, violent, threatening boars. Drag him over near the campfire for whatever. Everyone everyone who was asleep before, tries to get their head down for another couple of hours before daybreak properly hits.
Yeah.
The caravan drivers sort of, even though they're sort of up with a bit of a start, they're still half asleep to a degree, so they largely get their heads back down quite quick.
More a rod than a rod be longer.
But as the evening comes to a close, you sit down,
just
resting, meditating, letting yourself rest up.
Yeah.
The benefits of your rest do come in at the
Hooray.
end of the night, and you get everything back as everything's starting off.
Hooray!
Daybreak starts to come about. People start waking back up from the couple of hours after the fight. Things are happening. Macaria.
Okay, yeah.
Oh look, it's the plot tentacle rod.
You got your head back down.
Mm-hmm.
And as you get your head back down, you start to sink. And you sink backwards in a familiar yet unfamiliar feeling. A feeling that you feel you'll never get used to, but you felt before. And you sink backwards into darkness. But the darkness becomes blacker than the blackest of black. It's,
Times infinity.
yeah, it is...
And beyond.
You cannot see. Even your dark vision pierces not this darkness. And you hear a voice that you've heard before. It has imparted knowledge on previous times. It says to you, "My child, I have not been able to speak to you in some time. I have another task to pay for knowledge imparted. On the continent of Montai, you will meet another of my chosen."
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's because I'm writing what Cassus is saying.
Oh yeah, I know. But I can just imagine you just thinking, yeah.
Apologies, 1 second.
He's like, yeah, do the dark things. Yeah.
Should have got this ready while the end of the fight's happening.
Yeah. Do you think get the DMs and prompter?
Yeah, we do.
What this requires attunement. What was that?
Yeah, you've attuned. You can only have 3 items attuned at any one time.
Gotcha.
It's 24 hours.
Think of it like in video games when items linked to a character or something.
Oh, okay.
Let me find where the fuck it's gone, because I've actually got a thing written for this.
It's weird.
Yeah, you are in sync with it.
It is
So yes.
extremely weird and
It's
extremely
really
weird.
weird.
I like it. I did a little drawing of it.
You
Hang on.
will speak to one known as a daimyo.
A what?
Daimyo. It's a lord. It's a feudal lord.
Mm.
So almost as though
Just say Lord Weeaboo.
almost as though the information plants itself in your mind. It's basically like a lord in these lands.
Okay.
They act almost as like a regent of those lands in place of the emperor or empress.
It's like a baron. So,
Yeah.
More than a lord, like a baron.
But the knowledge almost implants itself in your mind. He doesn't speak the knowledge. He just says daimyo, and the knowledge just
Okay.
is there.
Yep.
Memory unlocked.
He is the daimyo of Tokachi.
Kind of village.
Yeah.
So he knows who you are. You will say to him, "Darkness does swallow much in its shadow." Just giving you a moment to write that down. And he will reply, "Indeed, but few realize how much." He will give you your task. At which which point you almost feel like you're being dragged underneath water at the speed of knots, and you almost feel like you're unable to breathe because you're just almost drowning, and you wake up and you sit up with a start.
And on that bombshell,
With that bombshell, I think we're going to call it a night.
on that bombshell, back to the studio.
It's my book.
Yeah, on that bombshell, hope you sleep well, kids. So thank you very much, guys. I hope you've enjoyed. So obviously we're going to be continuing.
I tentacle raped a pig. I was only trying to save my friend. Why did you make me do horrible things?
I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going.
Highlight of the stream: tentacle rape.
Hentai.
It's like, oh no. But yeah, so that was fun. We've had some combat, we've had some fails, we've had some intrigue, role play.
Some number wank.
Yep.
Lots of
Some wanganum.
And some wanganums, yep.
Yeah.
All going according to plan. We should be continuing with this next week.
In theory.
Yes. It was So bear in mind, this Saturday me and Cassus aren't going to be streaming, as we have other prior commitments for the weekend. But otherwise, keep staying tuned for Tuesday, as we will continue from where we are, and hopefully we'll have a Lizzie with us next week.
Hopefully.
Remember to keep an eye on social media, because any announcements or any sort of change of plan or when we inevitably run late always gets posted up on there.
Not on mine, I always forget to use it.
Fuck's sakes, man.
Actually, I used it today and then both Mike and Alice appeared, so...
But yeah,
Set your mind to it. Shit happened.
the hashtag age restricted. Yes, it is already age restricted anyway.
For a reason. Hashtag
Demonetised.
demonetised. Yes, always, Mike. Always.
But these, in fairness, that's a magic item in the regular magic item deck.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's not
I'm pretty sure it's
that's not
DM guide
yeah.
standard.
Yeah, it's not an invention of any of the sick minds here. That's something from the manufacturers.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the rest of the thoughts that we have,
I didn't
are
purposely
our
just
own
give it
fault.
to them. They had a list of items and they picked numbers. I shuffled the cards, picked numbers based on what they had, and that happened to be one of the
And
options.
me and my character
Praise
still feel
be
weird
to
about using.
RNG bus.
That's the first time I've used it because we were in dire straits. So
All hell
And
RNG.
it
And
is a useful
effective.
thing.
It was
Yes.
effective.
But yeah, so thank you very much again, guys. Hopefully, we'll at least see some of you next time.
See
So-
you later.
Bye for now, guys.
Bye.